Thank you very much, John Gunn. Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to Wiseman Field, where tonight the Torrington Trailblazers continue their homestand after last week's homecoming loss to the Bighorn Rams. The Blazers taking on the number 2 team in the state tonight, the Tongue River Eagles, a perfect 5-0 on the season this far overall, 3-0 coming into tonight's game, trying to keep pace with those Rams at the top of the conference. The Blazers right behind them in Class 2A East. Torrington 2-3 overall, but more importantly, 2-1 in Class 2A East conference play. My compadres up here in the booth with me tonight, Shad Bates and Chris Jenkins. And Shad, back-to-back here for the Blazers. The top 2 teams in Class 2A back-to-back here at Wiseman Field. Another difficult one for the Blazers tonight.
Yeah, I think, looking at it, though, they're going to have – this is a good measuring stick as to where they are and where they want to get to by the end of the year in playoff time. And so taking them on right now is better than taking them on the second to last game of the last game of the season.
One thing's for sure, the Blazers have been 6-0 on weather for their games, and another beautiful one here tonight at Wiseman Field. We'll have nearly a full moon coming up in the eastern sky. Temperatures very warm, still in the 70s here at Wiseman Field. Just a little bit of an easterly breeze. Should be a great night for football. Tailgating going on here right now at Wiseman Field. Compliments of Banner Health. So come on out if you can. If not, pull up a chair, listen, and watch us. Of course, you can catch this game online video-wise at YouTube on the KGOS Sports YouTube channel. So plenty of ways to tune in here tonight. Big thanks to our Blazers Sports Boosters, bringing you this in every regular season, playoffs if it should happen for the Blazers. They're going to try to take a big step towards those playoffs tonight against those pesky Tongue River Eagles. We'll be back here on the pregame show. We'll have a listen with head coach Russell Steinmetz before this big ball game with Tongue River. We'll do that after this 90-second break.
Do you need a taxidermist this hunting season? 157 Skullworks is your new local taxidermist in Goshen County. 157 Skullworks specializes in skull mounts for all game animals. 157 Skullworks will never boil your skulls, instead using other techniques to create the highest quality mounts at affordable prices. 157 Skullworks will pick up and drop off trophies anywhere in Goshen County. Go to 157skullworks.com to make your trophy last a lifetime.
This is Wade Brew, Market President with Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank has been serving the lending needs of farmers, ranchers, and commercial business owners of the Wyobraska area, where we've called home for over 100 years. Let us put our resources to work for you with local decision-making from a family-owned bank. Give us a call or visit us at www.wypinnbank.com. Pinnacle Bank, Torrington and Mitchell, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Healthcare should be easy. At Banner Health Torrington Community Hospital, feel free to set your pace and choose your path. Torrington Community Hospital offers new technologies, in-state specialists, and the healthcare professionals you know, for a road less traveled and a familiar face along the way. Torrington Community Hospital, providing a wide scope of care, helping you make healthcare easier so that life can be better.
Grant Jones back on the pregame show just prior to Tongue River and the Blazers tonight here from Wiseman Field. And we're now joined by head coach Russell Steinmetz of the Torrington Trailblazers. And Russ, a 32-27 loss to Bighorn last Friday night. I suppose, to me, this game, maybe more than any other this season, gives you multiple opportunities to study film on yourselves, see what you did well, see where the deficiencies were in your game, mistakes that occurred, and work on getting better, corrected things prior to a very good opponent coming up tonight. What stood out to you?
Just really shooting ourselves in the foot, especially that first half against Bighorn last week. So we just really shot ourselves in the foot, whether it was a penalty, turning over, everything like that. So that's one thing that stood out to me, was just shooting ourselves in the foot. And when you have 400 yards of offense and don't win the game, I mean, there's going to be some underlying stories, and for sure there were. So just really shooting ourselves in the foot.
So it wasn't all bad in that game, Russ, as you said. I thought you moved the ball well all night long, over 20 first downs in the game. Thought your kids fought hard late in the game to give themselves a chance, albeit with too little time remaining.
Yeah, 20 first downs, that defense of Bighorn, they'll let you get first down, but they just do not let you get those big chunk plays. Mm-hmm. And so anything big that you can explode, you need to take advantage of it. And when you get those plays that do explode, it's because of some extra blocking, like some secondary blocks, et cetera, like that. And we just had way too many loafs going back and watching the film, so we got to clean that up this week.
So, and I suppose this is the time of year when you start having to reinvent yourself a little bit and not continue to show what you've shown the previous weeks. And I thought you did that with new plays and formations that we had yet to see up till this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And Coach Nicolai does a great job of looking to see where you can explode or exploit a defense, and he does a great job with that week after week and coming together on Sunday. Us coaches look at it all together also. So hands off to all the coaches and giving different looks so that we can put our players in positions to make some plays.
And as we say before, injuries are such a key to avoid coming down the stretch in small school football especially. And we keep knocking on wood here, but I think you came out of the game relatively healthy once again.
Yeah, just getting stronger. Unfortunately, this week we've had the sickness bug. Never a full day of practice with anybody, with the entire team. So, but at the same time, when that happens, you get some valuable practice time experience for some of those kids and backups. So it's all good.
So we've now passed the midpoint of the season, unbelievably here, Russell, and it's time to bring out the teacher part of you and hand out some midterm grades in comparison with your expectations with a brief explanation of the three phases. First of all, offensively, what's your grade?
I would say we're at about a B-. I think we can do a lot of things better, whether running the ball, throwing the ball, catching the ball, running better routes. That can all be fixed, cleaned up for sure. And so, yeah, offensively, B-. Defensively, I would go with a B. There's been times where we've held teams to very few yards, or they get the ball in such a short field and they do not get a score. So I'll give defense a B, but we can always clean stuff up, not letting people behind us. And, I mean, that's really the big thing in the secondary. And then up front, just tackling better and having better assignments better.
And your special teams?
Special teams, I'm going to give us about a C after where we were last week. We could not give up a punt return for a touchdown. I did celebrate when we got that onside kick, so that part was good. But, no, we need to clean up those special teams because we're getting some fresh guys in there on special teams, and so they need to know their rules and their assignments better.
Very good. Thanks for indulging me there. Well, from one tough team to another this week, Coach, as the Tongue River Eagles comes to town. Not that it matters, but would you rather see the East Best back-to-back like this or have a little bit more time in between?
I guess when it's at home, I don't really care. When they're home, yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, they are two powerhouses on our side. I mean, they're 1-2 right now in our conference. I'm glad they both had to travel to us back-to-back weeks. We did not capitalize on that last week, and hopefully we can tonight.
Coach Steve Hansen and crew really got things rolling pretty good up in Dayton right now, Russ, with a good and experienced senior group of guys. Offensively, is there a better balanced team in the state right now than them with how they mix things up?
What I've seen, no, or what we've played against, no. They can run, they can throw. They've jumped on so many opponents, so therefore, who knows what they're really going to do when it is, getting real close and, not cutting time.
Keeping you off balance is what they want to do. How do you attack them from your defensive standpoint?
We also have to change up our stuff. We can't, I know I have huge tendencies on certain coverage on certain downs, so I need to clean that up. But no, if we just keep everybody in front of us and rally up and make good tackles, we call it 9-5-9, so 9 guys within 5 yards of the ball 90% of the time. If we have that, and 90% of the time tonight, I like our chances.
Your offense is also about to go up against statistically the top defensive team in the state. I'm sure Rob Nicolai has had some late nights this week figuring them out. How do you move the ball against these guys and get into the end zone?
Well, one, do not shoot yourself in the foot. We can't have stupid penalties, crazy penalties. We have to know our assignments and stay assignment sharp. And then just the execution needs to be a lot better than what we had all week at practice. But I think our boys are up for the challenge.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind seeing your guys put it all together this week and have your best game so far this year when you need it the most.
Yes, absolutely. Entering the second half of the season, all aspects of the game, so special teams, defense, and offense, we all need to improve if we want to win tonight.
Best of luck in another big one, Russ. We all can't wait to watch it, and we look forward to talking with you afterwards about it.
Thank you.
Head coach Russell Steinmetz of the Torrington Trailblazers right back here on the pregame show after this.
Planning A kitchen remodel but don't know where to start?
Hi, this is Dan Shields from Century Lumber. Start with semi-custom diamond cabinets and Century Lumber. Diamond cabinets offer the latest door styles and finishes at an affordable price. I can walk you through all the features and benefits and provide a free estimate and expert design. Stop in and turn that vision of your dream kitchen into a reality with the help of Century Lumber Center in Torrington.
Specializing in custom cattle feeding, Dinklage Feed Yards features old-fashioned reliability and commitment to create better feeding and marketing opportunities, including specialty programs such as Verified Natural and NHTC. Dinklage ranks as the top choice of progressive cattle feeders throughout the country, and our financing department offers a prompt, convenient, and competitive response to our customers' cattle or feed financing needs. Make Dinklage a part of your team and allow us to maximize your profits. Dinklage Feed, East Highway 26, Torrington.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
I'm Maggie Myers, your Torrington Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is proud to cheer on our area teams on KGOS KERM. Call 532-3431 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins getting all set for Torrington and Tongue River. Let's take a swing through scores across the state from last weekend in Class 2A. Of course, right here at Wiseman Field, a tight one. Wasn't decided until the very end, but the Bighorn Rams stave off the Blazers 32-27. It was Upton Sundance over Burns 36-16. Cokeville defeated Kemmerer 28-7. Wheatland blanked Glenrock 50-0. Lovell over Pinedale 51-6. It was Mountain View over Lyman 31-8 to stay the number one team in the state. The Buffaloes did. Tongue River defeated Newcastle 54-7. It was Ridge County, Utah over Thermopolis 20-8. So things look like this in Class 2A East. Bighorn and Tongue River tied for the top spot at 3-0. Torrington and Wheatland tied for third at 2-1. Blazers have the win there over the Bulldogs. Upton, Sundance, and Newcastle both at 1-2, and then Glenrock and Burns still winless in conference play at 0-3. WildPreps.com coaches and media poll this week goes this way. Very little movement. Just one spot moved at the bottom of this poll. Mountain View stays atop at number 1. Tongue River stays at number 2. Bighorn stays at number 3. Lovell stays at number 4. And Cokeville back into the top 5 like they were preseason. Sneaks into that number 5 spot, taking Lyman out of that spot. Games tonight across the state. Bighorn is at Wheatland, Glenrock at Burns, Newcastle at Upton Sundance, Mountain View at Cokeville. Actually, that was an afternoon game, and the Buffaloes with a victory there over Cokeville. We'll run those scores down a little later on in our Bronco Grillhouse scoreboard update. Lyman at Kemmerer, Ridge County, Utah at Lovell, and Pinedale at Thermopolis. Taking a look at some stats coming into this one tonight. Offensively, rushing-wise, these teams neck and neck. Tongue River 6th in the state in rushing, 195 yards on the ground per game, and 18 touchdowns by way of the run. That leads the league. Torrington right behind them in 7th. The Blazers 184 yards a game on the ground, 12 rushing touchdowns. Passing-wise, Tongue River 3rd in the state, 185 yards a game, 8 touchdowns through the air, 4 interceptions. The Blazers 6th in the state, 103 yards a game through the air, 1 TD, however, through the air on the year. and 3 interceptions. Team offense-wise, Bighorn second in the state, 380 yards a game, 45.2 points per game. That leads the state. 26 touchdowns. That leads the state. And just 5 turnovers. The Blazers sixth in the state team offense-wise, 287 in yards per game, 18.2 points per game, and 13 touchdowns per game, 8 turnovers. Defense-wise, the Eagles, the top rush defense in the state, allowing just 44 yards a game by way of the run and only 2 rushing touchdowns to lead the state. The Blazers 7th in the state against the run, 135 yards a game, 7 rushing touchdowns allowed. Pass defense-wise, the Eagles pretty good too, second in the state, allowing only 54 yards a game through the air, no touchdowns through the air, 9 interceptions on the year to lead the league, and 14 sacks also to lead the state. The Blazers 10th against the pass, 108 yards a game allowed through the air, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 12 sacks. Team defense-wise, Tongue River, as we said, the top defensive team in the state, 98 yards a game allowed, 6.5 points allowed, and 12 turnovers taken away. That leads the state. The Blazers 6th in team defense, 243 yards a game allowed, 19.6 points per game against them, and 6 turnovers forced. Individually, rushing-wise, Alex Barker for Tongue River, the 3rd best rusher in the state statistically, with 110 yards a game and 9 rushing touchdowns. Caden Riggs breaks into that top 10 for the Blazers. He is number 10, 75 yards a game per Caden and 1 rushing TD. Passing-wise, the Eagles quarterback, Carter Maslowski, 3rd in the state, 182 yards a game, 8 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a league-leading quarterback efficiency of 197. Bryce Hager, 8th in the state, passing, 93 yards a game, 1 touchdown through the air, and 3 interceptions. Receiving-wise, the Eagles have 3 of the top receivers in the top 10 in the state. Caleb Kilbride, 3rd, Coulter Hanf, 6th, and Connor Cummings, 10th. Also, scoring-wise, Alex Barker, the 3rd best scorer in the state, 13.6 points per game all by himself. Bryce Hager, 5th in the state, 11.2 points per game. Punt return-wise, the Blazers will have to keep their eyes on Caleb Kilbride in the punting game, as Kilbride, the number 1 returner in the state, 26 yards a game. And kick return-wise, Landry Greiman for Torrington moving up the board, 5th in the state, 17 yards per attempt. Punting-wise, Holden Hackett, 8th in the state now at 34.3 yards per attempt. Kickoff-wise, Caden Riggs, 2nd in the state. Has a strong leg, does Caden, 54.6 yards per attempt. He has 2 touchbacks on the year. Caleb Kilbride for Tongue River, 5th in the state, 48.9 yards per kickoff. And defense-wise, the Blazers have the top 3 defenders on the field tonight. Bryce Hager, 7th, Caden Romig, 17th, and Ty Bennick, 19th in the state. Hager with 17 defensive points a game, 20 assisted tackles, 21 unassisted, 12 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 1 punt block. Romig, as we said, 17th in the state at 13.6 defensive points a game, 19 assisted tackles, 22 unassisted, 5 tackles for loss. Ty Bennick, 19th in the state, 13.4 defensive points a game, 20 assisted tackles, 18 unassisted. That'll do it for stats. We'll take a break here. Be back with you for starting lineups. We'll do that right after this 60-second break.
Hi, this is Braden Konar, CEO of Goshen Economic Development. In Goshen County, we believe that old-fashioned values still reign true. There is a strong work ethic, and handshake deals still mean something. It's our goal to promote and support existing business and to attract new investment opportunities for Goshen County and its people. Goshen Economic Development, for the betterment of Goshen County.
Before you head over to Laramie, be sure to stop by Heartland Embroidery and gear up for the big game. They have you covered with cowboy shirts, caps, sweatshirts, and coats. There's Wyoming cups and tumblers for your favorite beverage. In addition to the huge selection of Wyoming gear, they have Wyoming cowboy clothing for kids. See their cowboy cheerleader outfits and much more. We'll see you at Heartland Embroidery on Main and Torrington.
Starting lineups brought to you by Simply Real Estate. Whether you're buying or selling, Simply Real Estate has a team of realtors that'll make sure the process is as simple and as stress-free as possible. Give them a call at 338-3069 or stop by their office at 208 East Valley Road in Torrington. Simply Real Estate, they make real estate simple for you. The Blazers have just been outstanding this year in the coin toss department. They win it and defer again, so the Eagles will have the ball to start the football game. Here's their offense. Across the line, a senior, number 53, Cole Kukuchka. A sophomore, number 55, Braxton Winfrey. A senior, number 56, Monty Walter. A senior, number 72, Noah Manival. And a senior, number 78, Riley Bass. The wide receivers for the Eagles, there's 4 of them. A senior, number 12, Connor Cummins. A senior, number 21, Caleb Kilbride. A senior, number 23, Aiden Watt. And a senior, number 88, Coulter Hanf. The Eagle running back, one of the best in the state, a senior, number 43, Alex Barker. And the Eagle quarterback, a junior, number 9, Carter Maslowski. I'll send it over to Shad here for a look at your Blazer starting defense tonight.
Hey, thanks, Grant. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. We'll start with the defensive line. Number 6, 6'1" senior Bryce Hager is at a defensive end. Also at defensive end is going to be Ty Bennett. He is number 70, and he's a 6'2" senior. Nose tackle is going to be number 72, a 6 foot, 260-pound Trey Perriott. Linebackers for tonight's contest. Outside linebacker, number 24, Grayson Shields. He's 6 foot, 155 pounds. Also at outside linebacker, number 32, 5'9", junior Barrett Eckenberger. Middle linebackers, number 56, 5'5", 170 pounds, Caden Romig. Braden Frazier is a 6 foot, 210-pound middle linebacker. The defensive backs for this contest, there's going to be three defensive backs and a free safety. Number 1, 6'1", 160-pound junior Ryan Morehouse. Also a defensive back, 6 foot, 165, number 7, Nathan Stoll. The third defensive back is number 10. He's 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. That's Landry Griman. And the free safety is 6'1", 160 pounds, number 3, Mac Hibben.
That'll do it for your Simply Real Estate starting lineups tonight. The Blazers coming out to Thunder Road in the north end zone. And again, a beautiful night for football here as we get all set for Torrington and Tongue River. Again, you can watch this game on YouTube tonight. Just go on youtube.com, search KGOS Sports, and you'll find us right there. We'll take an extended time out here for the national anthem and be back with your game notes coming up after this.
Let's get financially fit. Hi, this is Katie at First State Bank in Torrington. Get your finances in shape with totally free checking. We have free online banking and an instant issued Visa debit card too. Know what else is free? When you open a checking account, you'll get a free gift, a portable massage gun. Ah, our way of saying thank you. Gain strength and balance with First State Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, your first choice in banking. Member FDIC.
Your farm or ranch is unique. Your insurance coverage should be too. I'm Kyle Rafferty, and at J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, we provide coverage for everything you work hard for day in and day out. We tailor coverages to meet the needs of your operation. Together, we can find the right policy to protect you from the unexpected. Give me a call at 532-2147 or drop by my office here in Torrington. J.G. Elliott Insurance, a Platte Valley company.
Landscaping Plus on East Highway 26 in Torrington is ready to help you create the outdoor space of your dreams. With an experienced crew and an eye for attractive landscaping design, you can trust Landscaping Plus with any project you might have for your yard. They also carry sprinkler parts and other lawn and garden items that you may need for those do-it-yourself projects. Give Rob a call today and he can help you find the perfect design for your home. Landscaping Plus in Torrington, 532-6067.
Preparing your vehicle for safe and dependable winter driving is essential in the fall. Laramie Peak Motors is making it easier. Now through October 31st, receive a 10% discount on an antifreeze system service. We will inspect your antifreeze, pressure check the system for leaks, and flush and refill the system if needed. If you need tires for safe winter driving, pick up any set of 4 tires and receive a free alignment check with towing set. Call 322-2355 or make an appointment online at LaramiePeakMotors.com.
I used to think that so long as I was careful, I couldn't get injured. But being sidelined with a torn ACL definitely wasn't in my plans this season. My family made an appointment for me with the providers at Memorial Hospital of Converse County. Their knowledge and care helped me heal and learn how to prevent future injuries. I found an all-star team for my health care in their orthopedic and sports medicine department, one that will keep me in great shape and suiting up. I discovered that bigger isn't always better at Memorial Hospital of Converse County.
Welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. Let's go through your game notes for tonight's game. Well, a year ago, Torrington took to the road for a second straight week to Sheridan County, that time to play Tongue River, who at the time was rated number 2 in the state in 2A. How things change, the more they stay the same. The Eagles just so happen to be in exactly that same spot 365 days later. The Blazers went on to lose that game before mounting a late-season win streak, but still narrowly missed the playoffs. Coach Steve Hansen is already in his 7th year at the helm at Tongue River and has built quite a program during that time. The Eagles sit atop 2A East with an unbeaten mark and have yet to be challenged this year in their games. Tongue River's explosive offense is trademarked by off-balancing their defensive foes. They average 200 yards per game both on the ground as well as in the air. The one hurdle the Eagles have yet to overcome is getting over the hump against cross-county rival Bighorn, who beat them during the regular season once again, sending them to a number 2 seed in the playoffs last year and hosting a difficult opponent in the Cokeville Panthers. The Panthers shut out the Eagles in the opening round, ending their magical season early. On the other hand, Torrington found ways to stay in the game last week against Bighorn. A late touchdown followed by a successful onside kick gave Torrington one last chance, down 5 with under a minute to play. But that just wasn't long enough for the Blazers to muster any kind of scoring drive, and they fell to the Rams 32-27. What the Blazers can do with that game film, evaluating their mistakes and correcting them, will be one of the big keys to tonight's game. Tongue River isn't invincible, but give them an early lead in this one, and they very well could be. In their 4th ever meeting, Torrington hosts the Tongue River Eagles tonight in a big Class 2A East showdown on Cinch Country, KGOS, AM and FM, on the World Wide Web at KGOSKERM.com, and on the KGOS Sports YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. Kickoff is next.
My insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call Lisa, Jenny, or Caitlin at State Farm agent Mike Rafferty's office in Torrington.
Tired of feeling stuck? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward. We have checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Now is the time to grab every opportunity and enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. Start today at www.pvbank.com. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. We're all ready for kickoff. Again, Torrington wins the toss, defers to the second half. They'll kick the football away to Tongue River, and it'll be the second best kickoff artist statistically in the state, Caden Riggs, probably with a little sidewinder win action. The flag, which is at half staff for the death of Senator Dianne Feinstein today, is blowing just a little bit. Feels like a lot more up here in the booth, kind of in our face, but we'll see how that plays out. Maybe a little less than it was last week. It was pretty stiff out of the east last week. Otherwise, a beautiful night for football, and we ought to have a fast track out here at Wiseman Field. Riggs has everything lined up and ready to go, and he'll boot this one away. This one's going to come up just a little bit short. It's going to be taken and then reversed to Barker. Barker with some room up the middle. He's across the 30. Bangs his way out to the 40 and down at the 41-yard line. Tongue River with good starting position to start this one.
Yeah, just opened up a hole in the middle on that little reverse.
Caden Hill was the one that received the football. Yeah, at about the 10-yard line. Actually ran backwards, handing it off to Barker. But it worked for the Eagles, fooled the Blazers a little bit, and gave them some breathing room. So Maslowski will start things for Tongue River out in the pistol. And he's got Barker behind him. 4 wide receivers out the give, right up the middle, coming to Barker, and he's caught behind the line. Diving through, Mac Hibben from his strong safety position drops Barker for a loss. That'll be all the way back to the 38-yard line. We'll call it a loss of 3 on the play.
Just a nice job of Mac fighting through some traffic, reading that play, and stopping him behind the line.
So that puts the Eagles behind the chains here for second down. They'll send trips to the left side. Single receiver is Hant to the right side. He might have left early. No call, though. Here's a little swing out to Cummins, looking for some room. Eludes Shields, and then thrown out of bounds by Landry Greiman, and it's going to be a late flag, I believe, on Greiman. A little bit extra as he threw him out at the 45-yard line, and we have our first penalty of the football game. It's going to be a late hit out of bounds by Landry Greiman, and it'll be first down Eagles in Blazer territory at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think he knew where he was on the field.
No.
And just completed the tackle.
Eagles now 3 wide receivers in the pattern. They're back in the pistol with Hant in the motion into the slot. The give is to Barker, left side, eludes 1 tackle, then cuts it up. He's across the 40, just down to about the 39-yard line. Short gainer there. Caden Romig on the stop for Torrington. They're actually going to say Barker's knee touched at the 40. No gain. Second down and 10.
I think Hibben's going to have a busy night coming up from that free safety spot.
And these Eagles always keeping you off balance. That's what they want to do, is bring Hibben up, and got to be aware of the play action with them for sure. Trips to the left side. Maslowski to throw, fires over to the middle. It's incomplete. Where there was Blazers everywhere. Late flag comes in. Intended receiver was Aiden Watt. But will they get Torrington on an interference or a hold?
I think it looked more like a hold to me. He was just pretty much stopped his route and wasn't able to continue.
White hat coming near side. Hopefully will tell us. It's going to be pass interference against the Blazers. So starting out here, 2 big 15-yard penalties against Torrington. gives Tongue River their 2 first downs.
You know, you talked about it in your intro. Got to eliminate those mistakes.
And the Blazers not doing that here in the opening drive of the football game. The give is to Barker right up the middle. He'll cut it up. Hager dives at him from behind. Gets him down at about the 21-yard line. Depending on the spot, they will set it down there. That's a pickup of 4 on the play by Barker. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Coach Steinmetz out there on the field barking instructions to his crew. Didn't like something he saw there on that play. Now Tongue River will send twins to either side. Maslowski's back in the pistol. Going to send Cummings in motion. It's a sweep to him. Cummings hit, keeps his feet across the 20-yard line down to about the 18. It's good enough for a pickup of about 3 more to bring up 3rd down and 3, Tongue River. Again, from the Torrington 18-yard line. Big play here as the Cowbells will come out on 3rd down.
Absolutely. Need a stop. I wouldn't be surprised to see some play action here.
3 wide receivers in the pattern. The give, Barker right up the middle. He's going to have a first down as he'll get it across the 10 and down to the 9-yard line. That'll move the chains for the 3rd time on this drive for Tongue River. And the Eagles have it point blank.
That was just power running downhill.
Hant kind of dove in from his slot. Provided a little bit of extra blocking for Barker. Now the Eagles, 1st and goal from the 9. Hant going to give it to Barker, and he goes nowhere. Kind of a miscommunication in the backfield right there. Depending on where they spot it up, they'll give Barker 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Kind of ran into each other in the backfield.
They did. I think Barker was going more up the middle. More off the guard rather than the tackle.
Lucky for Tongue River, they didn't drop the ball there. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Pistol formation once again. Maslowski gonna roll right side, flare it out to the tight end. It's incomplete. Looking for Hant.
I'll tell you what, that was a great defensive play by Grayson Shields. He got his hand in there and knocked that ball away.
Mm-hmm. And Braden Frazier had Hant all marked up, watching him the whole way. So it'll bring up 3rd and goal, Eagles. They'll send trips to the right side. Single receiver, Hant to the left. Maslowski turns, fires. This one's almost picked off by Hager, but it will fall to the ground, incomplete. Boy, Bryce, as he's done all year, slips right past that end, gets into the backfield and disrupts things.
I think that was a backward pass from my vantage point.
Be nice if we could check some video on it. It'll probably be the next thing we see in high school football.
Yeah, I don't see
there,
any challenge flags out there, so we're going to play on.
It's going to be 4th and goal. The Eagles are going to attempt a field goal as Kilbride will spot it up from 26. Kick is down. Oh, nearly blocked. It's on the way, and it is no good. It is wide to the left. So the Blazers dodge the early scoring bullet right there, and they will have it from their own 16-yard line.
That entire drive by Tongue River, 18 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 30 yards in penalties, but.
Right. Really didn't do too much to the Blazer D right there. They did it to themselves. So, lucky to come out of that with no points against them. Let's see what the Blazer offense can do. They'll send twins to either side. Hager's going to keep it 1st down. He's rolled down from behind. He'll have a few yards on this one, maybe 1 or 2. They're just going to give him They'll give him 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll say the original line of scrimmage was the 20, not the 21, so they'll have it spotted up at the 22. 2nd and 8 from there, just a short gainer on 1st down by the Blazers. Hager is in the shotgun, fake the give, fires far side, it's caught, Stoll, and he's drugged down immediately right at the 25-yard line. Another short gainer here for Torrington. They'll give him the 26 as it'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. 3rd down and 4 for Torrington at the 26-yard line.
And 1st down would be nice. Kind of flip the field position a little bit.
Hager's in the shotgun. Fake the sweep and the little look into Greiman. Landry's going to have a 1st down as he's across the 30 out to the 31-yard line. That'll be enough to move the chains for Torrington, and they keep the drive alive. Their first down of the game.
That little fake just kind of on the jet sweep coming our way just froze that defensive back and allowed Greiman to find some space.
So a fresh 4 for the Blazers. They'll send twins to the right side. Running back on each side of Hager in the gun. Here's Riggs, and he's caught from behind. In the backfield, Alex Barker slicing through there and dropping Riggs for a loss. They'll give him the 30 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. .536 left to go here. First quarter, we're scoreless. On the Clark and Associates scoreboard. Trips to the left side. Single receiver Stoll to the right. And Hager to throw. Once again, fires. It's caught. Hibben has a 1st down at the 41.
Wow. Great catch there. Turned up and got that 1st down.
Twins to the right side. Torrington keeps it rolling. Now they'll get Tongue River to jump off sides. It appears anyway. That'll be the first penalty against the Eagles tonight. They'll march it out to the 46. 1st and 5 now for the Blazers. Let's see if they take a shot down the field. They'll jump again, and this will be a 1st down. Bryce Hager with the hard count.
Well, they flipped the field now.
They have. Officially now in the Eagles' end at the 49. Hager, shotgun, wants to throw, looks far side, fires, It's incomplete. Had Greiman going down the field. Had to thread the needle just a couple yards too far for Greiman. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Hager just got waylaid right after he let loose of that ball.
Torrington wants to go fast. They're already right back up at the line here after the incompletion. Eagles will rush 5. Now optioning near side. Here comes Riggs. He's hit hard and dropped. As coming up to hit him, Caden Hill. Riggs a little slow to get up. That was a big collision at about the 46-yard line. And Riggs down right now on his back at the 46. Emily Yorgis will take a look at him. While they attend to Riggs, we'll take a break here. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Blazers when we return. 4:33 left first quarter. Back after this.
The importance of mental health has never been more prevalent, especially when it comes to our youth in the area. Young people can face difficulties, and number 34 in Torrington is here to help. Shad and the crew are now offering wraparound services in Torrington, Laramie, Cheyenne, Douglas, Wheatland, Lusk, and all towns in between. Number 34 wants you to reach your fullest potential, and they want to help you do just that. To learn more, call 532-0134.
Well, Riggs is up under his own power. Took a shot right at the 46. Hung on to the football, though. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 after the run. Four wide receivers now in the pattern for Torrington. Trips left. Durant now in the backfield with Hager. Bryce rolls left. Looks that way. Now receiving heat. Down he goes. All the way back at the 46-yard line, it was Monty Walter. Slicing through. Also number 75, Nixon Ryder. So that'll bring up 4th and long. Torrington going to be forced to punt the football. Holden Hackett has been pretty good in that department. He's among the best in the state. He's going to try to give Blazer defense some breathing room here. And more importantly, Blazers got to avoid that return like they had against them. High snap to him, but Hackett bangs it out of there. A high wobbler that's going to be taken by Kilbride at about the 25-yard line. That's where they'll put it down. Blazers got a little bit close to him when he grabbed it, but no flag on the play.
Yeah, Hibben was real close.
Could hear him breathe. Kilbride kind of does it all for the Eagles. Returner, wide receiver, kicker. And he'll stay out there for this play. 1st and 10. The give, Barker up the middle. Had a hole, falls on the floor. And who's got it? Torrington's pointing that way. And it is Blazer football.
Yeah, I think it was Hager.
I think it was Bryce that fell on it at the 27-yard line. Blazers set up as somebody punched that ball loose from Barker. They give up the football. First turnover on either squad tonight.
The Blazers have definitely come to play tonight. Their defense is doing awesome so far.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Hager's in the shotgun. The give is to Riggs off left tackle. He'll cut it up and take on Kukuchka. Puts his shoulder into him. Late flag comes in as Riggs goes down at about the 25-yard line. Lost the hat.
Good to see him back in there after being out late last series.
So, thinking if the running back lost the helmet, probably have some sort of face mask here. And they're marching it off against Tongue River. Yep, it's going to be a face mask against the Eagles. Their second penalty on the night now for 20 yards total. And it's going to march it into the red zone for the Blazers all the way down to the 18-yard, or check at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Torrington trips right. Single receiver stole to the left. Durant in the backfield with Hager. Bryce just going to take it himself. Trying to pick his way through. Caught from behind. Tripped up on a nice little reach-in play there by Jack Melger. But Bryce picks up 2 on the play.
Boy, if he would have bounced it out earlier, it was wide open on that left side.
Needed to hit that hole just a little bit quicker. Absolutely right. He would have had something out there, but that gave Melger some time to come in and wrap up the feet. 2nd and 8. Blazers can get a first down at the 3. They'll send twins to either side. Now, Hager's going to go in motion. Little wildcat formation coming to Landry Greiman. He'll take it right up the middle on this new look by the Blazers. Get it inside the 10 and down to about the 7. 3rd down. Torrington knocking on the door here as we wind our way down towards the end of the first quarter. So far, we're scoreless. Trips to the right side. Single receiver still to the left. Hager looking to throw. Now has time. It's breaking down on him. Bryce is going to take off, try to get the first down himself, trying to get into the end zone himself, and he's in. Touchdown, Bryce Hager. And the Blazers have the early lead on number 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, he broke it to the left, gave a juke, made a defender miss, broke it further to the left, and just turned on the Jets.
A 7-yard run by the Blazer quarterback puts Torrington up with 1:28 left here in quarter number 1. Holden Hackett with holder Ryan Morehouse will be on to attempt the point after. Snap is a little high, hold is down, kick is on the way, and it is good.
Hit the upright.
And so with 1:28 left here in the first quarter on the Clark & Associates scoreboard, your score, it's Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. And we're back to Wiseman Field in 30 seconds.
Trust is an important thing. That's why the folks at Blodorn Lumber work hard to earn your trust each and every day. You can count on Blodorn Lumber whether it's a new home building project, a new deck, kitchen, bath remodel, or simply making a plumbing or electrical repair. They will have the right products and the professional know-how to help you. That's why they offer over 60,000 products for your home. And with that kind of choice and a little professional help, you can get the results that you're looking for with your next project. That's Blodorn Lumber in Torrington.
Welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins alongside. Again, a variety of ways to hear this game. You're listening to One Way, 99.9 FM, 1490 AM, KGOS, KERM.com, and the KGOS Sports YouTube channel. Our CWAC game of the week tonight going on at the same time. Mike McNamee, Ryan Keith up at Niobrara County High School as the Lusk Tigers host number 1 tonight in the Pine Bluffs Hornets. Don't forget Tim Hurst High School Football Scoreboard Show coming up, 98.3 Kerm FM tonight, 10:05. Well, a 7-yard scamper by quarterback Bryce Hager has the Blazers up early in this one as they take advantage of a Tongue River fumble. Riggs will approach and boot this one away. He's going to go to the left side with this one as Kakucha just trying to cover it, but it is going to sail out of bounds, and this will give Tongue River good field position here as Riggs with the kick, trying to kick it right to one of the Tongue River up men, and he decided not to field it. Lucky for him, it just squirted out of bounds in time.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't touch it. He was trying to.
So it's going to put it all the way out at the 35-yard line. And down in a football game for the first time this year, find themselves do the Tongue River Eagles. They've blasted through their recent opponents. I can vouch for the trip they had to take today. That is a long way to and from Dayton, Wyoming. Now the give on the sweep coming to Hanf. He cuts it up. He'll have a first down on the far side. He's to midfield into Blazer territory and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 35. We'll see where they set it down here, but nice little inside handoff. Nope, back to the 41, they'll say, where Hanf stepped out. But a big answer to the touchdown right there by Tongue River.
That's a big kid running the ball. They don't have their height and weight on theirs.
No, they don't have that for us, so we can only guess. But number 88's a big boy. Now here's the give. This is Caden Hill as a flag comes in the neighborhood of possibly a holding call on Tongue River. Hill gets it to the 35, but this is going to come back.
Yeah, he's looking for the number.
Officials discuss it at about the 40. I'll decide where to mark this off from. I think they'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage. It'll be a hold against the Eagles.
Kind of nice to see him moving backwards on penalties instead of forward this drive.
Yeah. Torrington did too much of that drive number 1. As they had a couple big 15-yarders against them. One a late hit out of bounds, another a pass interference. 1st and 20. Now Eagles trying to set up the screen. Does so to Cummings. He's at midfield to the 40 and stopped right there by Ryan Morehouse. They'll spot it up at the 39-yard line, but the Eagles get a big chunk of it back here.
12 yards. Second catch for Cummings. He's got 19 yards receiving.
2nd and 8 for Tongue River. Twins to the right side. Pistol formation. They've gone with that pretty much exclusively tonight. Fake the give to Hill. Maslowski wants to throw. Fires. It's incomplete. Cummings trying to go over the top of Grayson Shields right there. But couldn't come down with it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Again from the Blazer 39.
That would have been a you got mossed catch.
Yeah. Walked the ladder there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And the Cowbells will come out on 3rd down here for the Blazers. On 3rd and 8, Torrington will rush 3. Now they'll send a linebacker. Maslowski hangs this one up. Far side, it is! It's picked off! Let's see if Hibben did, in fact, come down with it. They're going to call it a pick. Mack just stayed with it. That ball was a jump ball, and the Blazers had it well defended. It was batted around by a couple of guys, and Hibben came down with it.
Yeah, I think that his arm got hit when he threw it. The way that ball came out of there is different.
Kind of went straight up in the air.
It did, and it was really fluttering. It was by far his worst pass.
2nd turnover by the Eagles. In this first half, we still got 19 seconds left in quarter number 1. And Torrington will start things back on their 15. The give is to Riggs, and he'll be dropped in the backfield as Cole Kukuchka comes flying in. That's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play.
Great defense in the first half by the Blazers. The first quarter, I mean.
Yep, and that will do it for the first quarter here, Chris. With Torrington finding themselves on top in this big Class 2A East Conference game. After 1 on the CNA scoreboard, it's Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. Back for the second quarter, 1 minute.
Family Dentistry, it's their vision that patients have the freedom to choose a lifetime of optimum dental health. It's their mission to provide progressive excellence in dental care with the ultimate inpatient comfort. Dr. Marsh, Dr. Lucas, and the staff are always striving to learn the most up-to-date information, so it's clear to see that Platte River Family Dentistry is the right choice for your dental health. They appreciate your referrals and always welcome new patients. Call Platte River Family Dentistry at 532-4448.
At Points West Community Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a business. It is a way of life. With over 94 years of experience in serving Goshen County, we understand and value the ways of our local farmers and ranchers. Through the quality of banking services and lending relationships, we take the time to know our customer and learn their operation firsthand. Stop in today to meet with our friendly and experienced lending staff to discuss your agricultural business needs. We look forward to seeing you. Points West Community Bank, a new direction in banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins, ready for quarter number 2 here at Wiseman Field. Story of the first quarter, 2 big turnovers by the Tongue River Eagles, Shad.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Blazers are up 7, but only have 34 yards of offense. Tongue River has 54.
Caden Riggs took a loss on the previous play. This time Hager will just run it out of the shotgun formation. Not much doing there. Hager will be thrown for a loss, and the Blazers are marching backwards here deep in their own end to start the second quarter. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 16 from the 9.
Just no hole, nowhere for him to go.
Got to get it all the way out to the 25 for a first. And Tongue River's going to send the house. Hager back to throw. Hits Durant in the flat, and down goes Durant immediately, thanks to Evan Barker on that far side. He's down at the 12. That's not near enough for a Blazer first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 12. Torrington going to be forced to punt it out of there.
Yeah, and any win that might have been behind him is almost completely ended in this second quarter.
Kilbride going to back up to midfield here. Hackett will bang it out of there. This is a high spiral that takes a Tongue River bounce at the 42. It'll be down at about the 41-yard line. So, Tongue River's going to start this drive in Torrington's end right at the 42.
Yeah, and that ball, the ball actually bounced back towards the offense, towards Torrington, and had to be downed immediately. Didn't get any forward roll on it.
So we'll see what Tongue River does with the good field position here. This is Hill working to the left side, slips one tackle, now eludes another, and a good run here by Hill as he's across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. Hill has some yardage stats for Tongue River.
You got a flag on the field.
Yeah, it's going to come back. Maybe another hold.
Yeah.
Spot on the foul, the 41. And this nice run by Hill will be negated. They'll march it off from the line of scrimmage. As now Tongue River has amassed so far early in the second quarter 40 yards in penalties.
40 yards in penalties and 2 turnovers. Storyline.
1st and 20 as that'll back up Tongue River into their own end. They'll send twins to either side, one of them in motion here, and the Blazers miss a big tackle chance on Cummings. He's going to get it all the way out to the original line of scrimmage. The Blazers should have had him.
There's another flag.
Way back.
I think that's unsportsmanlike conduct on Cummings. When he got up, he shoved the Blazer on the tackle back down to the ground.
Boy, Steve Hansen on the far side just can't believe what he's seeing from his outfit tonight.
He's got to be going ballistic. Ay, ay, ay.
This will be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Tongue River. They'll march it off from the end of the play at the original line of scrimmage at the Torrington 42 and push it way back. Probably about the 42-yard line. Set it down right at the 43.
Jeez.
And Coach Hansen's seen enough. He wants to stop this game right now and talk to his crew. Timeout, Tongue River. 9:53 left here in the second quarter at Wiseman Field. On the Clark and Associates scoreboard, it's Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. And we're back to Wiseman Field in 30.
Hear that? Does it make you thirsty? Torrington Beverage supplies Pepsi and Gatorade products to the grocery stores, most of the convenience stores, bars, and restaurants in Goshen, Platte, and Niobrara counties. They are a local business that supports our youth in school activities, 4-H, and FFA. If you would like Pepsi products at your business or at your next function, give them a call at 307-532-5828.
Welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. And I'm going to try to dial up some wild preps for us here.
I'll tell you what. Very sloppy play by Tongue River.
Do a Bronco Grillhouse score update. Running through some 4A games. Of course, we're watching East and Sheridan real close. 7-3 right now in the first quarter. East with the lead. We'll go through more as we get a chance. Second down and a Goshen County mile. Here's a throw by Maslowski looking for Kilbride. It'll fall incomplete. Maslowski's hand might have got hit as he let it loose.
I think that was Trey Perry that got his hand on it.
Third down and 25. Blazer fans will get into this down. So Blazers going to try to stop the drive right here. 4 wide receivers in the pattern for the Eagles. Maslowski in the pistol. Looking to throw. Fires near side. It's caught. Kilbride, down he goes. Not going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but almost there. A 14-yard pickup, we'll call it. But still with 11 yards to go, Tongue River will punt. And it'll be Cummins doing that honor for the Eagles. Landry Greiman back deep for the Blazers. Good snap to him as Cummins will bang it out of there. A high wobbler that Greiman will just get away from, and it's going to be inside the 5 down at the 2.
That was a big mistake.
Yeah, he looked like he could have come up and caught that ball and decided to let it bounce, and it just sat down.
Greiman with the hang time on the football, didn't want to risk a fumble. And so ended up just getting away from it, and that punt worked out nicely for the Eagles as the Blazers pinned down in the shadow of their own goalposts here. First and 10, Blazers from the 2. Here's the give. Riggs running hard, gets it across the 10, out to the 11. That's near a Blazer first down. They'll set it down on the 10-yard line for a pickup of 8 on the play by Riggs. Blazers will send twins to the left side. That's Hibben and Shields. And now Hager will just take it himself, puts his head down, gets a first down as he'll bang his way out across the 15 out to the 16-yard line. 5th first down in the contest by the Blazers.
5th carry for Hager with 14 yards.
They'll put it down at about the 17. 8:16 left here, second quarter. Again, Torrington with a 7-0 lead. Now a bunch formation for the Blazers. Riggs going to try to follow it, but he'll go backwards. Coming through the line, Caleb Vollmer from his linebacker spot. Drilled Riggs for a loss. He'll set it down back on the 15. Loss of 2 by Riggs. And second down and 12.
Sure would be nice to see him go down and eat up a bunch of clock and score and then get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, yeah. It would be huge. Torrington will send twins to either side. Hager to throw. Now he's just going to run out of there trying to get around Kukuchka. Does, spins, falls to the turf. Flag comes in far side in the neighborhood of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's either a block in the back or holding on the receiver on that side.
It's going to be a block in the back on the part of the Blazers. This is going to put the ball all the way back on the 5-yard line. And going to bring up a second down and 22 for Torrington. Well, the good news is they got a couple of downs to get there.
Yeah. Look to get about half of it back right here, I think.
3 wide receivers in the pattern. Fake the jet sweep to Shields, and quick little out to Hibben. Going to be knocked incomplete. Connor Cummings wanted a lot more than that from it. He's read it the whole way, wanted a pick 6, but it'll fall harmlessly to the ground.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if Hibben could have caught that, came up with that catch, he would have been pay dirt.
Yeah, Cummings sold out on the interception. Didn't get it. So if Hibben would have come up with that, he did have a lot of green in front of him. So now Torrington with a third and long, deep in their own end, send trips to the left side. And fires, it's caught. Greiman has a shot at a first down. Not going to get there, however. Gets a big chunk of it, though. Out to about the 21-yard line. Good enough for a pickup of about 15 or so. 4th down and 6. Now for Torrington, they'll line up in punt formation with 6:40 left here in the second quarter, leading 7-0. Hackett will stand at his 9. Great snap to him. He'll bang it out of there. This is a low spiral that Kilbride's going to take at his 45. Down immediately, making the play for Torrington, Ethan Robbins on special teams.
Nice tackle.
Gets Kilbride immediately. Kilbride only with a couple of steps after he took the football and down. They'll set it down at the 49-yard line. Well, keeping up with our score update, Central leads South 7-0. Laramie over Kelly Walsh 3-zip. Class 3A right now at halftime. Star Valley leads Powell 14-zip. We'll get to more shortly. Here's Barker right up the middle, has a full head of steam as he'll get it across midfield before being tackled by Caden Romig at the 44-yard line. Good enough for pickup of 7 on the play by Barker. First time he's been in there, the running back spot, since drive number 1, drive number 2. I think he was the one that fumbled.
Yes.
Was it not?
Yep.
Got sent to the bench. Second down and 3. Back in the pistol. Maslowski to throw. Fires. It's caught. First down. Kilbride. Perfect timing by Landry Greiman. Hit him right when the ball got there. Couldn't disrupt the play, however. Good concentration by Kilbride to get the first down at the Blazer 37. Now both teams with 5 first downs. Cody leads Green River 14-0. Lander leads Riverton in the Battle of Fremont County. 7-zip. Maslowski gives to Barker. Barker across the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. And chewing up yardage now are the Eagles. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, they seem to be playing with a little bit more urgency since the fiasco that was the personal fouls and the holdings last drive.
Three wide receivers in the pattern now. Kind of a short pistol look for Maslowski. Inside sweep handoff to Hanf. Down he goes immediately. Bryce Hager not fooled at all. Staying at home in that defensive end position and upending Hanf. No gain on the play for Tongue River. 3rd down and 5 and a big one here. Would think that the Eagles probably would go for it, even if they can churn out a yard or two here with 4:10 left on the clock. Twins to either side. Maslowski to throw, fires, it's caught. Hanf has a first down and more, bouncing off tacklers inside the 15 down to the 13.
Yard gain.
And not good tackling technique right there by the Blazers. Not going to bring that guy down with a little shoulder pad to the leg.
No. That's a double wrap, both arms.
And a big first down here for Tongue River as they're looking for their first score, possibly a tying score here. Here's the give. Hill back in there at running back. Slips the tackle attempt by Hibben. Turns it up at the 10 down to the 8-yard line. He's hard to catch up to.
Very slippery.
Yes, he is. Lots of juking and jiving going on.
Thank Landry Greiman. Credit him on the tackle finally, but 7 yards picked up by Hill. 2nd and 3. Three wide receivers out in the pattern. Hanf is in the slot, and he'll have the carry. Coming near side, has to go backwards and then churns it forward, upended by Hibben. They'll set it down right at the 7-yard line again. No gain for Hanf. Keeping an eye on the clock. 2:32 to go. Here's second quarter. Torrington trying to hang on to that 7-0 lead. Eagles driving. 3rd down and 3. Tongue River. Deep in Blazer territory. Maslowski, 4 wide receivers out. Looking to throw. This one's batted up into the air and nearly picked off by Stoll, but he couldn't haul it in.
There's a flag on the play, and that ball was tipped, so there should be no pass interference at that point.
Yeah, I definitely agreed with that one, Shad.
Yeah, I think it was Riggs, actually, that got his hand on that one.
Injured Eagle was the intended receiver, Kilbride. It was just a little look into Kilbride. Now the officials are going to talk about it. That's what everybody up here in the booth is saying. Somebody had a hand on that football. That negates the pass interference.
Unless it was a hold when he made his break to the inside.
Russell Steinmetz out on the field, wants an explanation. Officials still talking about it at the 5-yard line. Kilbride still being attended to at the goal line. Now he's up.
Yeah, once that ball is tipped, it's fair game. That receiver becomes fair game. You can tackle him, take him out of the play.
That's got to be what they're talking about. They have the ball set at the line of scrimmage at the 7. The yard marker has not changed to 4th yet. And this is a long, drawn-out conversation, but one they got to get right. Eagles have broken their huddle, and they've been told by the officials, go back there.
They're ready to roll. Well, they're going to move the ball.
They're going to mark it off against the Blazers, and this is going to be a first down.
Well,
they're going to call it holding on Torrington.
Yeah.
And Russell Steinmetz is beside himself. Now the Eagles have a fresh 4 from the 3. And now the direct snap will go to Hanf in the backfield. The big boy just going to try to take it himself. Now a late flag comes in again. Tackle was made by Bennett. And this one might go against Tongue River.
It is. It's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Could be a little bit of a makeup here.
I think Tongue River's really chippy.
And every call taken so long. It will be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Tongue River. So this will give the Blazers the room they're going to need to try to stop this drive. Going to march it all the way out to the 18-yard line. How about 70 yards in penalties in this first half on Tongue River?
And you know, I think 45 of those, I think there's been 3 personal fouls or unsportsmanlike conducts.
Yep.
That's insane.
Keeping an eye on the clock. We're now at 1:58.
Can't get out of their own way as far as penalties go.
No.
Second down and goal, but it's from the 18-yard line. Maslowski back to throw, trying to set up the screen, and does so. I think that's Hanf with it. It is. He has it to the 10-yard line and down there. Hanf is so big, I thought a offensive lineman reached up and grabbed that ball.
He's bigger than their offensive lineman by a lot. Second catch for him, that's 28 yards.
Third down and goal. Clock moving, minute 14. Pistol formation, Maslowski has time, fires into the end zone, and it's picked off. Intercepted. Grayson Shields.
Wow.
At the 1-yard line and down there, and the Blazers have stopped this drive.
I'll tell you what, they just threw that ball up for jump ball, and it was short is what happened, and Grayson was able to come and undercut it and not jump everybody.
Good pattern by the Tongue River receiver, just one of the old flag routes, just going to go to the back corner of the end zone, but yeah, underthrown by Maslowski, and that results in the third Tongue River turnover here in the first half. Blazers will have it at their own 1. We'll have a timeout on the field, as I think Torrington has spent their first. And we'll take a break too. Minute 4 left. Your score, Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. Back to Wiseman Field in 30 seconds.
First on.
Torrington Vision Source is a proud radio sponsor of area athletes and the Wyoming Cowboys. We're your one source for your family's eye care needs. Eye exam, full-service optical, contact lenses, eye diseases and injuries, surgical co-management. We use the latest in technology, not only in diagnosing your problem, but also in the products to fix it. Our helpful and friendly staff is just a phone call or click away. 532-4114 or TorringtonVisionSource.com, or like us on Facebook. Torrington Vision Source. Doctors Grant and Linda Jones, East M Street in Torrington.
Count of like 3, 2, 1.
Option.
Okay. Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins back live at Wiseman Field. Well, the Blazers have been the fortunate recipient of some big Tongue River turnovers here in the first half, which has enabled them to be on top here with a minute remaining in half number one. 7-zip. Now they're just going to try to keep away from a safety here. They'll just push the pile forward. Hager keeping it himself. We'll see if Tongue River elects to try to stop the clock. But I don't think, even with a couple of timeouts, that this Blazer drive could stop.
No. And I think they need to get to the locker room. They just want to get in there and try to regroup.
We'll give Hager one on the play. He's going to have to hurry to get this one off. So we have 30 seconds to play in the half now. It appears, for the time being anyway, Blazers are going to take a lead into the locker room. Here's the give. Riggs trying to get away from the interior of the line. He'll fall forward to the 5-yard line. 11 seconds, 10. Tongue River's going to let it tick off, and we have reached the end of the first half here at Wiseman Field. And a big score that'll blast out across the state here at halftime on the Clark and Associates scoreboard. Your halftime score is Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. We'll be back to take a look at first half stats in 2 minutes.
Truck or SUV. This is Al Maloney, General Manager at Transwest Ford in Scotts Bluff. Transwest Ford would like to invite you to visit our dealership and see all the exciting changes going on. We offer new and pre-owned vehicles, a 26-bay service department, along with a large parts department and fleet commercial options too. Transwest Ford has all your automotive needs covered. Transwest Ford, located at 1515 East 20th Street in Scotts Bluff. Stop by today or visit us online at twford.com.
Before you head out on your next road trip, Ty's Pit Stop in Lingle invites you to stop in and stock up. They continue to serve the area with competitive gas prices, and they've got plenty of road trip snacks to choose from. With Coca-Cola products, along with other hot and cold beverages, snacks, fresh entrees that are always hot and ready, and even adult beverages for the weekend. Ty's Pit Stop on the corner in Lingle, locally and veteran-owned and operated.
Our producers know that running a successful operation these days requires having reliable service and quality products. That's why you know you can trust the knowledgeable people at Westco to provide you sound agronomic advice, aerial application, bulk fuel, lubricants, propane, tires, and other essentials to keep your operation running smoothly. Our priority is helping you succeed. Call or visit your nearest Westco location today. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
Whether you need your garage door replaced or repaired, you can have peace of mind knowing that the job will be done right by Kevin and the other professionals at Wheatland Garage Door. Serving Eastern Wyoming for the past 7 years with over 20 years of experience, you'll get quality workmanship, warranties for new installs, and always free estimates. For residential, commercial, and industrial doors, go to wheatlandgaragedoor.com or call them today at 307-322-2200.
Halftime stats are brought to you by North Platte Physical Therapy. Say North Platte Physical Therapy is committed to keeping you at the top of your game on and off the field. Marnie and her crew are on the ball and ready to help you figure out what ails you and how to get you back to your best. Stop by at 1301 East M Street or call them 532-5355. North Platte Physical Therapy, providing quality professional care with a family-friendly atmosphere and always flexibility. Torrington Trailblazers find themselves up here at halftime in this big 2A East tilt against the number 2 team in the state, the Tongue River Eagles. Here's how it happened. In the first quarter, minute 28 left. Nice run by Bryce Hager. Jukes and jives his way and then powers into the end zone on a 7-yard run. Holden Hackett came out and drilled the extra point, and that ended up being your halftime score. 7-zip. Tongue River, the unfortunate recipient of 3 turnovers in the first half. 1 fumble by Alex Barker and 2 interceptions thrown by Carter Maslowski. The Eagles also several penalties in the first quarter as they were penalized 7 times for 70 yards in that quarter. Actually 6 times for 70 yards in that first half. Blazers penalized 4 times for 20 yards. Torrington 5 first downs, Tongue River 7 first downs, but certainly the story of the first half, the turnovers. I'll send it over to Shad here for a further look at your team and individual stats.
Yeah, I got to tell you that for sure the stats don't reflect the scoreboard.
Yep.
Take a look at Tongue River first. They're led in rushing by Hanft with 24 yards. Barker, they held him to only 20 yards. Cummings has 3 carries for 15 yards, and Hill 1 carry for 7 yards. Maslowski is 6 of 9 for 67 yards. Those catches, each one of these had 2 catches. Kilbride had 2 catches for 20 yards. Hanft had 2 catches for 28, and Cummings had 2 catches for 19 yards. Total yards, 133 is all. Wait till you hear this one. For the Torrington Trailblazers, they are led in rushing by Hager. He has 6 rushes for only 15 yards. Riggs has 6 rushes for 8 yards. And Greiman has 1 rush for 4 yards. 27 yards total on the ground. Hager's a perfect 5 for 5 for 40 yards. Shields, check that. Greiman has 2 catches for 21 yards. Stoll has 1 for 4. Hibben has 1 for 11. Durant has 1 for 4 for 40 yards passing. Total yards 67. So 133 to 67. But the important numbers on the scoreboard.
It'll be interesting to see what happens after halftime. It hasn't been the best time of games for the Blazers coming out of the locker room after halftime. Last week, have a real shot against Bighorn to get back in the game, come out of the locker room, go 3 and out, punt the ball away and get it ran back on them for a touchdown last week, and that just started about a 3-touchdown roll in that quarter for Bighorn. So you know that Coach Steve Hansen's going to have the discipline talk with his team at halftime. They'll probably come out and clean things up, and we should be in for quite a wild ride here in the second half of this one.
Yeah, I can't believe that the Blazers would be happy with only 27 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
And I didn't figure in the 1 sack for 9 yards on Hager on that. So really it's 18 yards total.
Right, with a loss on the sack,
for
sure. So it'll be an interesting one. Don't go away, and don't forget a couple other broadcasts tonight going on right now on the other side of the dial, 98.3 Kerm FM. Mac and Bubba have Lusk and Pine Bluffs. They're probably at halftime up there as well. And don't forget, also on 98.3 tonight, Tim Hurst on the high school football scoreboard show, 10:05. Never miss that one. He'll go through that, plus some volleyball and some other things too. So plenty of sports coming your way the rest of the evening here on Cape Broadcasting. We'll take a break here at Wiseman Field. Be back with you in the second half. Again, your halftime score, it is Torrington 7, Tongue River nothing. And we'll be back with the third quarter after these messages.
This hunting season, 157 Skullworks is your new local taxidermist in Goshen County. 157 Skullworks specializes in skull mounts for all game animals. 157 Skullworks will never boil your skulls, instead using other techniques to create the highest quality mounts at affordable prices. 157 Skullworks will pick up and drop off trophies anywhere in Goshen County. Go to 157skullworks.com to make your trophy last a lifetime.
This is Wade Brew, Market President with Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank has been serving the lending needs of farmers, ranchers, and commercial business owners of the Wyobraska area, where we've called home for over 100 years. Let us put our resources to work for you with local decision-making from a family-owned bank. Give us a call or visit us at www.wypinnbank.com. Pinnacle Bank, Torrington and Mitchell, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Healthcare should be easy. At Banner Health Torrington Community Hospital, feel free to set your pace and choose your path. Torrington Community Hospital offers new technologies, in-state specialists, and the healthcare professionals you know, for a road less traveled and a familiar face along the way. Torrington Community Hospital, providing a wide scope of care, helping you make healthcare easier so that life can be better.
Are you planning a kitchen remodel but don't know where to start?
Hi, this is Dan Shields from Century Lumber. Start with semi-custom diamond cabinets and Century Lumber. Diamond cabinets offer the latest door styles and finishes at an affordable price. I can walk you through all the features and benefits and provide a free estimate and expert design. Stop in and turn that vision of your dream kitchen into a reality with the help of Century Lumber Center in Torrington.
Specializing in custom cattle feeding, Dinklage Feed Yards features old-fashioned reliability and commitment to create better feeding and marketing opportunities, including specialty programs such as Verified Natural and NHTC. Dinklage ranks as the top choice of progressive cattle feeders throughout the country, and our financing department offers a prompt, convenient, and competitive response to our customers' cattle or feed financing needs. Make Dinklage a part of your team and allow us to maximize your profits. Dinklage Feed, East Highway 26, Torrington.
Domino's carryout deal means you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you order online or by phone. Just in case there's any confusion, we've even set up a helpful website to confirm if today is a day you can carry out one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each. Just go to howaboutoday.com to find out if Domino's carryout deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carryout only. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may vary. Size availability varies by crust type. Excludes XL and specialty. Your local store may charge extra for some toppings and sauces.
I'm Maggie Myers, your Torrington Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is proud to cheer on our area teams on KGOS KERM. Call 532-3431 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Braden Konar, CEO of Goshen Economic Development. In Goshen County, we believe that old-fashioned values still reign true. There is a strong work ethic, and handshake deals still mean something. It's our goal to promote and support existing business and to attract new investment opportunities for Goshen County and its people. Goshen Economic Development, for the betterment of Goshen County.
Before you head over to Laramie, be sure to stop by Heartland Embroidery and gear up for the big game. They have you covered with cowboy shirts, caps, sweatshirts, and coats. There's Wyoming cups and tumblers for your favorite beverage. In addition to the huge selection of Wyoming gear, they have Wyoming cowboy clothing for kids. See their cowboy cheerleader outfits and much more. We'll see you at Heartland Embroidery on Main and Torrington.
Let's get financially fit. Hi, this is Katie at First State Bank in Torrington. Get your finances in shape with totally free checking. We have free online banking and an instant issued Visa debit card too. Know what else is free? When you open a checking account, you'll get a free gift, a portable massage gun. Ah, our way of saying thank you. Gain strength and balance with First State Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, your first choice in banking. Member FDIC.
Your farm or ranch is unique. Your insurance coverage should be too. I'm Kyle Rafferty, and at J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, we provide coverage for everything you work hard for day in and day out. We tailor coverages to meet the needs of your operation. Together, we can find the right policy to protect you from the unexpected. Give me a call at 532-2147 or drop by my office here in Torrington. J.G. Elliott Insurance, a Platte Valley company.
Landscaping Plus on East Highway 26 in Torrington is ready to help you create the outdoor space of your dreams. With an experienced crew and an eye for attractive landscaping design, you can trust Landscaping Plus with any project you might have for your yard. They also carry sprinkler parts and other lawn and garden items that you may need for those do-it-yourself projects. Give Rob a call today and he can help you find the perfect design for your home. Landscaping Plus in Torrington, 532-6067.
Preparing your vehicle for safe and dependable winter driving is essential in the fall. Laramie Peak Motors is making it easier. Now through October 31st, receive a 10% discount on an antifreeze system service. We will inspect your antifreeze, pressure check the system for leaks, and flush and refill the system if needed. If you need tires for safe winter driving, pick up any set of 4 tires and receive a free alignment check with Cohen set. Call 322-2355 or make an appointment online at LaramiePeakMotors.com.
I used to think that so long as I was careful, I couldn't get injured. But being sidelined with a torn ACL definitely wasn't in my plans this season. My family made an appointment for me with the providers at Memorial Hospital of Converse County. Their knowledge and care helped me heal and learn how to prevent future injuries. I found an all-star team for my healthcare in their orthopedic and sports medicine department, one that will keep me in great shape and suiting up. I discovered that bigger isn't always better at Memorial Hospital of Converse County.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call Lisa, Jenny, or Caitlin at State Farm agent Mike Rafferty's office in Torrington.
3-2.
All right, welcome back to Wiseman Field, everybody. We are all set to go here for quarter number 3 with Torrington leading 7-0. Again, they will receive the football here to start things in the third corner as Kilbride has it teed up and will boot it away. And it will drive Landry Greiman back to the 10. Heads up the middle of the field and hit hard there.
3 flags on the play.
As I think it was Jack Melger on the play, but let's check the Hankies as Shad alluded to.
Tongue River player picked up the flag. Was told to put it back.
So we've seen enough, which they really have in the first half.
Ugh.
Now we'll get an explanation. Got a hold on the Blazers. That's one of them. And that's the only one.
Yeah,
so that means 3 officials saw it.
Yeah, and it was the spot of the foul. And they throw the flag where the foul occurred, so they know where to mark it off, and that kid picked it up.
So here comes Torrington, sent back a little bit further than they wanted to. Comes to Hager. He'll take it himself. Tries to get some blocking set up in front of him, but just not much here. I'll say that Bryce banged it out to about the 13. Just a gain of 1 on the play. Kept coming back to your statement, Shad, over the halftime that the Blazers, if they want to win this football game, going to need to run the football here in the second half. Hager, this time to throw. Little swing out pass to Riggs. Not much setting up for him. Down goes Riggs. This is going to be a loss. As Caden driven back to the 10-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 11. And that is a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 11 for Torrington. And this has been a bugaboo for the Blazers, getting that ball at the start of the second half and doing nothing with it.
Well, Tongue River was really over pursuing that, so maybe a misdirection, a jet sweep, something.
Blazers will send trips to the left side. Single receiver Stoll. to the right. Hager to throw, flaring it out of the backfield to Riggs. He's not going to get there. Down goes Riggs at about the 16-yard line. Not nearly enough for a Blazer first. Going to bring up 4th down, and once again, coming out of the locker room, Torrington going to have to punt.
Yeah, that was they brought Greiman in motion one way and then threw it back the other way, and nothing happening.
Hackett will stand on his 5. A high snap to him. Ball's loose. He's just going to cover it at the 1-yard line. Holden went up, touched it with one hand in the air, and it fell behind him, and he jumped on the football.
Yeah, that's just like a turnover.
Just not a way you want to start the third quarter if you're the Blazers.
And another Torrington special teams bugaboo will give the football to Tongue River point blank here in the third quarter. Maslowski, he fumbles the snap, picks it up, gives it to the first man through. That's Barker. He's across. Touchdown, Tongue River. Just like that. They will set up for a point after attempt. The holder is Cummings. Kilbride boots it through. And to start the third quarter.
There's a flag.
Yes, there is. We'll hold the phone here.
Looks like probably a false start, and they're going to probably take it on the kickoff, maybe?
Let's get the explanation, and we'll send it to break. It's going to be a roughing the center penalty on Torrington. That will be assessed during the kickoff. So, another disastrous start here in the third quarters for Torrington. A fumbled snap on the punt, giving the Eagles an easy 1-yard first score. We're tied up 7 apiece, 9:42 left, back in 30 seconds.
Tired of feeling stuck? Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward. We have checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Now is the time to grab every opportunity and enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. Start today at www.pvbank.com. You belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins back live here at a very quiet Wiseman Field. After Tongue River has scored starting the third quarter here and tied this game. And now on the penalty, instead of going for an onside kick like you thought they might, Shad, they'll just boot it out of the end zone.
Yeah, I thought that really they had nothing to lose if they were to onside kick it, but
they want to play field position now.
Sure.
So Torrington needs to have a response here. They're going to send 5 wide receivers out in the pattern. Hager all alone in the shotgun, running away from pressure, trying to dump it off. It's incomplete, looking for Hibben on the far side. Threw it over his head. Cummins on the coverage. 2nd and 10.
Well, that's the first incompletion for Hager.
He'll get the play from offensive coordinator Rob Nicolai and run back in the huddle. 4 wide receivers out in the pattern, trips right. Fake the give, and he'll fire far side to Stoll. He's got it. Nice little move. Nathaniel is across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
Pickup of 7 on the play by Stoll. 3rd down and 3. Torrington going to go fast, and they're going to get Tongue River to jump.
Third time with the Canes. That's a big one because it's a first down.
That'll move the chains for the 6th time tonight. 75 yards in penalties now tonight on Tongue River. And a fresh 4 for the Blazers. Torrington trying to keep pace with the top of the conference here. Trying to score an unlikely victory tonight. Riggs in motion. And this will be an illegal motion on Riggs. Or will it? It was just a delay. They took too much time getting Riggs in motion. That'll send the Blazers back 5. Now they'll run the same play. Hager going to try to run for his life here. Dumps it off now to Riggs. Riggs with a full head of steam to the 40. Cuts it back at midfield and down at the 45-yard line. Running hard. Caden Riggs with a big gainer there into Tongue River territory.
Nate Hibben with a great block about 18 yards off the line of scrimmage. Got him another 7.
And the Blazers going to go fast. 4 wide receivers out. Tongue River jumps again. This is Kukuchka over the line. And it'll bring up a 1st and 5.
The Eagles just having a hard time getting out of their own way tonight.
Torrington will send trips to the left. Single receiver Stoll to the right. The give is to Riggs off left tackle. Has some room. Riggs 1st down and more across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. That'll move the chains for the 13th time tonight for Torrington. Give them a fresh 4 at the Eagle 29-yard line. Torrington putting a good drive together, mixing up a little bit of pass and run here.
I think the pass opened up the run.
Yep. They'll send twins to either side now. Shields will come in motion. Fake the jet sweep to him. Hager going towards the end zone, throws it over everybody, incomplete. Looking for Hibben on the near side. Well defended out there by Cummins.
I think Hibben wanted to cut that route short.
Hager didn't see that.
Because he couldn't beat him deep, so he was 5 yards off him. So I think he stopped short, hoping Hager would see him and hit him for a 20-yard gain.
Little miscommunicado there between quarterback and receiver. Will give Torrington a 2nd and 10. Bunch formation in the backfield. Now everybody will take their spots and rebunch to the left side. Now a little reverse action coming to Greiman. Flag comes in. Greiman spun for a loss.
I think you're going to get Durant on a hold out there.
And again, everybody will talk about it.
Boy, they're very sure on their calls when they finally announce them. I think we should put a play clock on them.
Now the side judge going over to talk to Steve Hansen on the far side.
3rd and 11 or 2nd and 20.
Yeah, he's got to make a yardage decision here and a down decision. I think he's going to call it off. So it's a hold on the Blazers, but it's, oh, they are going to take it. So that'll set it out to the 39. Blazers now 60 yards in penalties tonight.
Man, a middle screen might work here.
Hager, shotgun, has time. Now it's breaking down on him. Hager goes down at the 45-yard line.
Doggone.
Oh, and now we got flags everywhere. A little bit of extracurricular between Hager and Noah Manival from Tongue River. Who's the guilty party?
Well, that would be Tongue River's third personal foul, I think.
Let's see. They're still talking about it.
Be their fourth. Check that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got fourth there, Shad.
Yeah.
If they call it their way, so.
Big Stripes meeting at the 45-yard line.
They just go.
Jeez.
So we got offsetting penalties here. It's going to be third down because it wasn't during the play, so they'll just offset each other, and Torrington has a long way to go for a first down. They got to get to the 19. They're at the 46. Shotgun. Durant will come out of the backfield in motion. Hager to throw far side. And it's caught! Grayson Shields going to race for a touchdown.
Wow.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah.
Right on the money from Hager. Hits Shields in stride. Grayson hangs on. You had about 3 Eagles going for the pick. And Grayson Shields has put Torrington back on top. 46 yards.
Hager absolutely threaded the needle there. Wow.
Couldn't have got that any more perfect.
Yeah, it's not like Bryce took a whole lot of time in the pocket either. I mean, he set his feet and let it rip.
In stride, allowed Grayson just to outrun everybody. Wow.
Torrington back on top here, looking to add to it with a point after. Snap is good. This is going to be blown dead. And the initial indication is offsides on Tongue River. I don't know if that changes the thought process here. They'll move it 1.5 yards closer.
Yeah, I think you still got to kick it.
And Morehouse will only just move the tee. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is on the way by Hackett, and it is good. A big play here in the third quarter. Torrington didn't get it coming out of the locker room at halftime, but they got it right there. And with 6:54 left in the third on the Clark & Associates scoreboard, it's the Blazers 14, Tongue River Eagles 7, and we're back in 30.
You know, that was huge because they...
Mental health has never been more prevalent, especially when it comes to our youth in the area. Young people can face difficulties, and number 34 in Torrington is here to help. Shad and the crew are now offering wraparound services in Torrington, Laramie, Cheyenne, Douglas, Wheatland, Lusk, and all towns in between. Number 34 wants you to reach your fullest potential, and they want to help you do just that. To learn more, call 532-0134.
Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins. Big play by the Blazers. 46-yard pitch and catch. Bryce Hager to Grayson Shields to put him up 14-7.
You know, Grant, I'll tell you this, the struggles the Blazers have had coming out of halftime, and then a bad snap giving Tongue River 2 yards to score. They could have laid down and said, oh, my gosh, here we go again. And they came out and made a statement that last drive, scoring that touchdown, that they're not going to go away. I look forward to the rest of this quarter and a half.
Riggs to boot it away. Just a little pooch kick is going to die. Oh, they might have got it. No, they're going to say that the ball hit the out-of-bounds stripe. Diving for it for Torrington was Drew Kramer and got clocked. As him and the other intended recipient of the kick for Tongue River went after it at the same time. Officials discussing this one. But what we had all had thought and maybe hoped is that was a live ball.
Yeah, boy, it was right on the line. And there's 2 flags there, so.
Russell Steinmetz right in the middle of the officials conference. As we've seen, there's always an officials conference.
But he's not upset, so it must be against Tongue River. Oh, it's ball's out of bounds? So if the ball's out of bounds, they have it at the 35, correct? All right.
So I think that's the only thing they're going to call, Shad.
I thought maybe with 2 of them, two penalty flags in the same spot, that's what the call was. There was something additional that happened, which would be
they're just going to call a kick out of bounds.
Yep.
Much to the chagrin of the Torrington fans, you hear booing in front of us. And so the Eagles now with favorable field position. Here's Hill right up the middle, and he coughs the ball up. And it's picked up by the Blazers at the 45-yard line as Bryce Hager hops on it. And the Eagles cough it up again.
What a ball hawk. That's his second fumble recovery, I believe, right? He got the first one.
And Torrington now a chance to add to the 7-point lead on the board. Trips to the left side. The give, Riggs up the middle. Dodges one tackle. Riggs first down and more across the 30 down to the 32-yard line. A very excited fan base, as you can hear in front of us. They've been waiting for a breakout game. They might have found one here, especially if Torrington can get in the end zone. Timeout on the field taken by Tongue River. 6:11 left. No, not in the game. Still just in the third quarter. Clark and Associates scoreboard. It's Torrington 7. 14 rather. Tongue River 7. Back after this.
Trust is an important thing. That's why the folks at Blodorn Lumber work hard to earn your trust each and every day. You can count on Blodorn Lumber whether it's a new home building project, a new deck, kitchen, bath remodel, or simply making a plumbing or electrical repair. They will have the right products and the professional know-how to help you. That's why they offer over 60,000 products for your home. And with that kind of choice and a little professional help, you can get the results that you're looking for with your next project. That's Blodorn Lumber in Torrington.
1.
Back to Wiseman Field, and the 4th turnover of the night on Tongue River. Let's check that scoreboard once again. Try to do a little refresh action. Bronco Grill, scoreboard, and check some Class 2A scores. Of course, this afternoon, Mountain View will stay atop the polls. 17-6 winners over Cokeville. 21-7 I think we had a halftime score there of Bighorn and Wheatland.
Yep.
Everything else coming in slowly. Blazers 1st and 10. Hager trying to elude the rush. Fires down the field. It's incomplete. Looking for...
I think that was Riggs all the way
Hey,
down.
it was Riggs. It was like there's no way number 8 is that far down the field, but it was Caden. And Cummings again on the deep coverage, right with him. Hager nowhere to go with it. Goes over the top. 2nd and 10, ball on the 32. Trips left, single receiver right. Now Hager optioning left side, going to keep it himself. Hager has some room. Hager across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. That's going to come up just a bit shy of a Blazer first down. Going to be 3rd down and 1 for Torrington. I'm sure in 4-down territory here. I know Holden Hackett has a leg, but I would be surprised if they try it. So Torrington essentially with a couple of downs here, grind out some yardage. Greiman in motion, fake the give. Hager going to keep it himself. He'll have a 1st down and more. Hit hard by Hanf at the 20-yard line, driven down at about the 18. Good enough for a Blazer 1st down.
I'll tell you what, the Blazer offensive line is coming alive this second half, last 2 drives.
Taking a little bit of control now, aren't they?
Yeah. They're starting to get some pushback on that defense. Tongue River on their heels a bit here in the 3rd quarter.
A fresh 4 for Torrington. Ball just inside the 18-yard line. Twins to either side. Greiman in motion once again. Fake the give. Hager all day to throw. Fires near side looking for Stoll. It's incomplete. Stoll just running a corner route. Out there with Cummings. They got to start picking on another cornerback besides him, because he is step for step with Blazer receivers.
Yeah. I'm a ground and pound kind of guy. I'd like to see him get this thing in the end zone on the ground.
We'll see what they do here on 2nd and 10. Twins to either side once again. Hager's in the gun. Riggs right beside him. Greiman, motion, check it. Shields, motion, fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Hibben, no doubt, heard footsteps.
Absolutely.
And that was coming from Caleb Kilbride, as Mack not quite getting stretched out enough to make that catch. Hit him in the hands, incomplete.
Kilbride did a nice job of not totally demolishing Hibben on that one, because he was right there and he backed off.
Yeah, one of those dangerous passes across the middle of the secondary. 3rd down and 10. Yeah, Torrington kind of getting themselves in trouble here with a couple of incompletions. Backwards pass coming here for Morehouse. He's going to fire it. This one's picked off. Threw it right to Connor Cummings at the 3-yard line.
Well, you know, I really question that call. That's the first time Morehouse has been in the backfield. They've obviously watched game film on him. He's the backup quarterback.
And once again, Cummins wasn't going anywhere, sticking right with Mack Hibben, who was the intended receiver. And Cummins just easily stepped right in front of that thing, and down he went. Tongue River with the ball back. Blazers' first turnover on offense tonight. Of course, they had the bungled snap on the punt that gave Tongue River the ball at the 2. And now Tongue River just going to try to get it out of the next to the end zone here, as the give to Hill, not much. 4:22 left here in the 3rd. Been a long 3rd quarter. A couple big scores here in the 3rd. putting this quarter right along. 14-7 Blazers. No gain by Hill on first down, 2nd and 10. He's back there in the backfield once again. Here's a little misdirection coming to Hamp. Across the 5 out to about the 7-yard line. Blazers slow to get up on the play. I think that was Hibben. He's up though. So a pickup of just 3 on the play by Hamp. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Torrington crowd going to try to get into it here on a big defensive 3rd down. Two receivers to the near side. One to the far side. Shotgun. Maslowski over the middle, caught. Hant, first down. They got to get him. And down goes Hant, but not until he gets it across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. First down, Eagles. Well, if you need something, just throw it to that big tight end.
Yeah. He's got 3 catches for 53 yards.
Leading receiver for them, is he not?
Oh, absolutely.
A fresh 4 for the Eagles. Both teams with 9 first downs in the contest. Now Maslowski swinging it near side Cummings. Looking to get away, can't do it. Grayson Shields, nice tackle in the open field. At the 33-yard line. Short pickup here by Cummins. Yeah, we'll give him 2. 2nd down and 8. Maslowski takes the opportunity to run over to Coach Steve Hansen for the play. Back and ready to go. 2:17 left here in the 3rd. He'll trot back into the pistol. Blazers will rush 4. Maslowski to throw. Fires over the middle. It's incomplete. I think this could be an offensive pass interference. Looks like Hanf reached out and grabbed Greiman. Officials didn't see it.
Yeah, Greiman had a great opportunity to intercept that if Hamp doesn't grab him. He jumped the route and was there before the...
Landry reached out one hand to grab the ball because Hanf had the other. So after all of that, 3rd down and 8. And another big 3rd down for this Blazer defense. Somebody better look out for number 88. Maslowski to throw. Fires far side. It's caught. Cummins, they're going to try to string it out, and down he goes. Grayson Shields, a big tackle. At the 34-yard line, holds the gain to a yard. It'll be 4th down, and it'll force a punt on the part of the Eagles.
I'll tell you what, that's a big-time tackle by Grayson, because if he doesn't make it, Cummings could go the distance.
Yeah, Blazers were just smart there to run with him, string it out. He kind of ran out of room towards the sideline. Grayson upended him. Cummins going to stand at his 22. He'll bang it out of there. A nice big high kick that's going to sail over the top of Greiman's head and take a Tongue River roll inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And there was a flag immediately when they snapped that ball.
I'm sure we'll have a conference here.
It's got to be false start, and you're going to move him back after that boot.
And the head official looked over at Steinmetz, and coach said, absolutely make them kick that again.
Do it again, Cummings.
So, a false start on the part of the Eagles. We'll give them, how about 85 yards in penalties tonight?
Oh, my goodness.
That's nothing from what we saw the last couple of weeks.
You don't expect that in 4 turnovers.
Right.
Out of the number 2 team in
and
the state.
only being down 7 points.
Yeah.
So Cummins will try it again from his 15. Bangs it out of there. Another nice high kick. Greiman just going to get away from it.
Yep.
Finally, Torrington will get a happy bounce here, but then it does roll a couple yards the Blazers' way down to the 35-yard line. That's where Torrington will have it. 1st and 10. Time to check some scores, Shad Bates. You want to fire up
some
YO Preps?
Yeah.
While you do that, let me remind everybody that score updates are brought to you by the Bronco Grill House. When you're in the mood for a really good hamburger, why not go to where you get the best burger in town, Bronco Grill House downtown. Hold that thought just one moment. Torrington wants to go fast. Here's the counter give coming to Durant. That play was all messed up. Durant, lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, picks up 1. Go for it.
So I was going to say, up there at Bighorn Wheeling, Bighorn's up 21-7 at the third quarter. Lyman up 24-0 over Kimmer in the second quarter. It's like halftime Pinedale Thermopolis is 0-0. Second quarter Upton Sundance 4, Newcastle 3.
We'll check some area local 1A 9-man after this play. Pitch back, Riggs right up the middle. Caden churning those legs, turning nothing into something. Across the 40 out to the 41. Pickup of about 5 on the play by Riggs. Going to bring up a big 3rd down and 3 from the 42.
Second quarter, we've got Linglefort, Laramie, and Moorcroft tied at 7. Second quarter, Saratoga, right 0. Number 1 Pine Bluffs up 14-0 in the second quarter.
I can update you on that one. Thanks to John Gunn for that one. In the third quarter, it's 21-7 Pine Bluffs over Lusk.
Thanks for the update, John Gunn. Thanks for the excellent engineering back at the studios. We have reached the end of the third quarter here. Don't go anywhere. It's the Blazers 14, Tongue River 7. Back for the 4th and final in 1 minute.
It's their vision that patients have the freedom to choose a lifetime of optimum dental health. It's their mission to provide progressive excellence in dental care with the ultimate inpatient comfort. Dr. Marsh, Dr. Lucas, and the staff are always striving to learn the most up-to-date information, so it's clear to see that Platte River Family Dentistry is the right choice for your dental health. They appreciate your referrals and always welcome new patients. Call Platte River Family Dentistry at 532-4448.
At Points West Community Bank, we know that agriculture is more than a business. It is a way of life. With over 94 years of experience in serving Goshen County, we understand and value the ways of our local farmers and ranchers. Through the quality of banking services and lending relationships, we take the time to know our customer and learn their operation firsthand. Stop in today to meet with our friendly and experienced lending staff to discuss your agricultural business needs. We look forward to...
Ready to start fourth quarter play. Here's Bryce Hager. He'll get the first down himself. We've seen Bryce kick in an extra gear in these situations all season long when that quarter turns to 4. And that was just all will and effort to get the Blazers' 10th first down of the night.
Great job by the offensive line, giving him even a crease to
Absolutely.
get through.
3 receivers in the pattern. Hager, shotgun, the give, Riggs. Torrington going to try to run the football. This is coming back. Riggs has a first down to the 38-yard line, but I think they're going to get the Blazers on a hold.
I think so, and Riggs jumped over the hold. I think it was actually going to be called up.
Said, I'm not getting in that mess down there.
Trey Perriott, I think, is going to be who's going to be called for that holding. It's interesting. The Blazers aren't moving back. And Tongue River's back where the...
I think the official's keeping them back there. Chop block?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's the 15-yard variety, folks. And that will amass 75 yards in penalties tonight against Torrington.
That'll explain the pile that Riggs jumped over.
It will reset the down to first. Blazers 1st and 25 now from their own 34. Don't feel like you need to abandon the run here, but they are going to pass. Time for Hager. Got a man at Stoll across the middle of the field. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, minus a couple yards. We'll call it a 13-yard pitch and catch to Nathaniel Stoll. Ball at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 12.
128 yards passing for Hager now.
Three receivers in the pattern now for Torrington. Hager going to take it himself. Gets good blocking in front of him. Hager springs for a first down across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. If they set it on the 42, there should be a first down. There, maybe not. No, they're going to call it 3rd and 1. Got to get to the 41.
What a nifty little cutback to his right.
So a big down here.
Fake handoff and follow the running back through the hole.
He's in the gun. Three receivers in the pattern. Going to try to get him to hop off sides. They won't. Hager going to keep it. Got a first down easy. He's across the 40. Down across the 35 to the 34-yard line goes the Torrington quarterback. They'll set it on the 33. First down, Blazers, their 11th of the game.
13th carry, 60 yards for Hager so far.
Keeping an eye on the clock here, 9:30 left in this one. And again, Torrington leads the number 2 team in the state 14-7. They'll send Twins to the right, single receiver, Stoll to the left. Hager, shotgun. Tongue River will rush 4. Here's Riggs right up the middle. Caden Riggs takes on a linebacker and pushes forward to the 30-yard line. Good enough for a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. How big would a nice clock chewing be here followed by a touchdown?
It would be huge. I got to tell you, Hager and Riggs this half after that 3 and out, or the 3 and botch snap, are running angry.
Twins to the right side. Hager gives Riggs, cutback. Riggs with some room. Riggs down inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line. That will move the chains for Torrington.
And when I say they're running angry, they're putting their head down and they're hitting the hole and they're going.
And that Blazer O-line blowing some space out there. Approaching 8 minutes. Same set once again. This time Bryce will come up under center. And the give, Riggs. They're not used to being under center, so they false started.
Yeah.
Well, we said 85 yards in penalties against Tongue River. That now gives Torrington 80 yards in penalties.
So they cancel out.
An even stat.
Blazers had 27 yards in the first half rushing, and in this half, they have about 90.
That could be the story of the ball game. 3 receivers in the pattern. They'll slip back into the shotgun where they're more comfortable. Hager going to keep it himself, has some room up the middle. Bryce trying to get a big chunk of it back. He will, all the way down to the 16-yard line. That is good enough for an 11-yard carry by Bryce. 2nd down and a long 4 for Torrington.
I know that it's going to be tempting for the coaching staff But
don't throw the football.
No, remember what got you to this point. They're getting 8 to 10 yards of rush.
And look at the clock. Now under 7 minutes to play. Twins to the left side. I formation. Hager is up under center. Pitch back. Riggs works his way around the end. Riggs to the 10, to the 5, diving for the pylon, and he's in! Touchdown, Torrington! And the Blazers go up 2 scores. Caden Riggs, 16 yards.
Give a lot of credit on that drive, like you guys said, to the offensive line. Great tackling.
Man, I'll tell you what. When he got the edge, he kicked
Nifty
it into
move.
Yeah.
He could have easily plowed into the outside linebacking core, just slipped him. And what a move along the sidelines to dive for the pylon, and he got it.
Yeah, and I think he dove from about the 4 or 5 yard line to reach out and get that thing.
Hackett out to attempt the point after. Hold is down, kick is on the way, and it is good. 6:43 left. The score from Wiseman Field. Torrington 21, Tongue River 7. Back in 30.
Community Bank, a new direction in banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hear that? Does it make you thirsty? Torrington Beverage supplies Pepsi and Gatorade products to the grocery stores, most of the convenience stores, bars, and restaurants in Goshen, Platte, and Niobrara counties. They are a local business that supports our youth in school activities, 4-H, and FFA. If you would like Pepsi products at your business or at your next function, give them a call at 307-532-5828. Hope you get your Pepsi thirst on.
Okay. Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins back live at Wiseman Field. A 16-yard, fancy, powerful run by Caden Riggs puts the Blazers up 2 scores. It's Torrington 21, Tongue River 7, 6:43 left.
I'll tell you what, the Blazers have 114 yards rushing this half, and we're not even halfway through this quarter.
Riggs needs a good kickoff here. He's been short on a few. And this one's going to be pooched as well. Let's see if they come up and cover it. They will. That was Kukuchka all the way out at the 40-yard line. And I wonder if Riggs might have a sore leg or something.
You know, Tongue River had a good return on the opening kickoff. And since that time, he hasn't put it deep.
Yeah.
He's been trying to pooch it.
And even that one was taken at about, outside the 10.
Yeah.
But still, they haven't messed with Kilbride or Barker or anybody that they have back there. But it's going to give Tongue River fabulous field position here at the 40. They're in the pistol. 4 wide receivers set. 1 hitch, and then it's going to be picked off. I think Ryan Morehouse on the far side. It is Morehouse.
They're going to get stalled for pass interference.
I was going to say hold the phone there.
Flags down at midfield.
And
hold the phone.
He didn't need to hold him or interfere him. Morehouse had a beat on that, and he was going to get the interception regardless of what happened with the receiver.
This will negate really what would have been a game-ending play.
Yeah.
Pass interference, Torrington. So this will put the ball in Torrington territory. At their own 45-yard line, Tongue River not dead yet. Now, 100 yards in penalties on the Blazers. Thought Tongue River was going to run away with that stat tonight. But little did I know. 1st and 10. Maslowski to throw, looking over the middle, fires, and it's incomplete. Maslowski threw into 4 Blazers in the middle of the field. They just happened to be turned around.
Yep. Whole lot of trust in this big number 88 Hanft.
can tell Chad, too, that Maslowski maybe hit a couple times or whatever, just kind of short-arming his throws a little bit. Not really getting good extension.
Absolutely. And his delivery's a little side-armed anyway, so when he short-arms them, they're really short.
2nd down and 10. Now they'll come after Maslowski, trying to set up the screen. It's incomplete. Looking for Cummings on the far side. Was trying to fight off his own blocker.
Yeah. The pass was right to the back of the blocker, and so it allowed Eichenberger to really break that up.
3rd down and 10. Cowbells out on 3rd down, and what no doubt is 4-down territory here. The little swing out pass and a big hit. Landry Greiman just lit up Aiden Watt at midfield. They're going to say Watt got a 1-yard gain, but he paid for it. 4th and 9. Tongue River will go for it. Ball game right here.
Landry snipped that one out. Wow.
Maslowski to throw. Quick hitter to Hant. He's got to do it all, but he can't. Down he goes. It'll be Blazer football at their 48-yard line. And Torrington has stopped the drive with 5:53 left. Hang on to it here. Run some clock. Tongue River has 2 timeouts to stop it.
The important word you said there was run.
Yeah.
Run.
I was going to say, Shad, it's your kind of game now, ground and pound.
It is, absolutely.
I thought you were a receiver.
I was. Maybe I always wanted
You've
to be
been
a
around
running back.
Craig Bull too long, I think. Hager's just going to take it himself right up the middle, across the 45, out to the 47-yard line. Tackle made Melger and Hampf getting in on it. Good enough for a pickup of 4 by Bryce. 2nd and 6. Tick-tock goes the clock. 5:30 to play. Blazers lead it, 21-7.
I'd like to see him put an exclamation point on this and take it in.
They'll send 2 receivers to the near side. Stoll, single receiver right. Bryce, the long count. And the give. Riggs right up the middle. It opens up for him. Riggs across midfield. Down to the 49-yard line. Not quite enough for a Blazer first down. Going to come up a couple yards shy. Got to get to the 47 to get the first. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Torrington. Clock moving. 4:45 left. Boy, would this be huge. It would send Torrington to a 3-1 conference record. And it would take down number 2 in the state. Here's Hager across the line. And Hager diving for a first down. He's got it at the 44-yard line. That moves the chains for the 13th time tonight. And a fresh 4 for Torrington. All Steve Hansen can do is watch it, maybe stop it a couple more times.
Telling you, O-line. Take him out for burgers and shakes after this one. This second half has been fantastic.
Yes, sir.
You know, when that Blazer offensive line, we've seen that. They've been able to wear down some opponents. As time has gone on in the game, it's just that they've been forced to try to come from behind, throw the football. It shows you the value of being on top going into the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Now here's a give to Riggs. Off left tackle across the 45 he goes. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And timeout taken Tongue River. Will break 2. 3:28 left. The Blazers can smell this one. It's Torrington 21, Tongue River 7. We're back in 30 seconds.
Torrington Vision Source is a proud radio sponsor of area athletes and the Wyoming Cowboys. We're your one source for your family's eye care needs. Eye exam, full-service optical, contact lenses, eye diseases and injuries, surgical co-management. We use the latest in technology, not only in diagnosing your problem, but also in the products to fix it. Our helpful and friendly staff is just a phone call or click away. 532-4114 or TorringtonVisionSource.com, or like us on Facebook. Torrington Vision Source. Doctors Grant and Linda Jones, East M Street in Torrington.
Grant Jones, Shad Bates, Chris Jenkins back live at Wiseman Field. Oh, what a big one this would be. Across the state tonight, Torrington leads it 21-7, 3:28 left. Blazer football, Tongue River has one timeout left. It's 2nd down and 10 from the Eagle 44.
Guess what I think they ought to do? Run the ball.
I think they'll take your advice. Hager's in the shotgun. Riggs right next to him. The give, no. Gonna fake the give. Hager gonna keep it himself. Dives forward to the 40-yard line. Might give him the 39. Doubt it, though. Kilbride a little bit slow to get up on the tackle. Him and Hager collided there. They'll set it down at the 40. 3rd down. Ta-ta. And a long 6.
They'll be able to run this thing down to about 2:35 with the play clock.
They'll try to gain all they can out of this play clock, and Russell Steinmetz will take a timeout here on 3rd down. 3, 2, 1, and now he'll take it. Blazers' first timeout assessed in the second half. That'll bring the fans to their feet once again. 2:37 left. Timeout Torrington on the Clark and Associates scoreboard. It's the Blazers 21, Tongue River 7, back in 30.
There's a new option in town for your new Ford car, truck, or SUV. This is Al Maloney, General Manager at Transwest Ford in Scotts Bluff. Transwest Ford would like to invite you to visit our dealership and see all the exciting changes going on. We offer new and pre-owned vehicles, a 26-bay service department, along with a large parts department and fleet commercial options too. Transwest Ford has all your automotive needs covered. Transwest Ford, located at 1515 East 20th Street in Scotts Bluff. Stop by today or visit us online at twford.com.
Welcome back to Wiseman Field. Seems like we've been home a lot. All this beautiful Goshen County weather this fall. Now it's time to hit the road. 2 straight weeks for the Blazers on the road. At Glenrock next week. And then the long drive the week following to Sundance to take on the Upton Sundance Patriots. Blazers have 1 game left at home. That'll be the regular season finale. 3 weeks from tonight, hosting Newcastle. But they are going to take a major step towards the playoffs here if they can get through this one. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. On 3rd down and 6. Hager, shotgun, long count, gonna keep it himself. Runs right up the middle, taking on tacklers. Down he goes. Short gainer here to about the 38-yard line. Timeout Tongue River. They've spent their final one. So that will bring up 4th down and about 4. Give Hager 2 on the carry with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. Punt coming up for Torrington here. Probably. When we return, 21-7 Blazers, 2:31 left, back in 30.
Before you head out on your next road trip, Ty's Pit Stop in Lingle invites you to stop in and stock up. They continue to serve the area with competitive gas prices, and they've got plenty of road trip snacks to choose from. With Coca-Cola products, along with other hot and cold beverages, snacks, fresh entrees that are always hot and ready, and even adult beverages for the weekend. Ty's Pit Stop on the corner in Lingle, locally and veteran-owned and operated.
Back to Wiseman Field. Chris Jenkins, you got a score update for us.
In the fourth quarter with 8:47 left, Pine Bluff's up on Lusk 21-14.
So, Tigers tightening things up against the Hornets up north of here. That game can be heard on 98.3. Bronco Grill House score update for you there. Well, Torrington's not going to risk a punt. They're going to go for it. 4th and 4 in the Eagles' end.
Well,
or at least they're going to try to get them to jump, I suppose, huh? And before the play clock hit 0, that's exactly what Steinmetz was trying to do right there. See if they jump. Eagles stay put, which they haven't tonight. And so we'll see if we see a punt now as Torrington will take a timeout. I think that we have taken plenty of breaks, guys, from our fine sponsors. I'm going to pull up some more scores here. Remind you of a couple of other things. Wyoming Cowboys, big homecoming game tomorrow. New Mexico Lobos come to town. I'll be there.
I will too.
And 12:30 pregame show, 2 o'clock kickoff.
Yep. You got it right.
And then Denver Broncos take to Soldier Field on Sunday. Both teams trying to get their first win of the year. That'll be an 11 o'clock kickoff. All on 98.3. Quick timeout by the Blazers. They're going to punt it now, and Hackett avoids the block, boots it down inside the 15, and it will be down by Kramer right at about the 15-yard line, it looks like. So, Tongue River with 85 yards to go for the score. And then they got to have some magic, even more magic after something like that, as the Blazers lead them 21-7. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. Here we go. Maslowski in the shotgun, looking left side, fires. It is bobbled around and caught, not by the intended receiver, but by the other guy in the area. And he comes up a bit gimpy. That is Aiden Watt. Heads up play by him.
Just like they drew it up.
Penalty on the play.
And they're backing up. So, holding or false start.
It's going to be a hold. Eagles looking to get to 100 yards in penalties too here. 95 yards right now in penalties. This will be a half the distance to the goal type of deal, about the 7.5 yard line. 2nd and 17.
How about a 4 and out so the O-line can be on the field when the clock hits 0?
And this one batted down, big time Bennick. How about that? Stick that 2A All-State paw up there and get rid of that pass. Of course, that down replayed there on the penalty, so now it's 2nd and 17. Clock stop, 2:10.
Hey, how about this defense? Held them to thus far, just to 36 yards rushing this half.
Tongue River doesn't look like they have a whole lot of gas left in the tank either, Shed.
No.
Kind of going through the motions here. Maslowski looking over the middle, fires. It's caught. Kilbride hit and driven to the ground immediately there by Riggs. Riggs just needs to get off of him. At about the 18-yard line. That'll get a chunk of the penalty back. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Eagles. Clock on the move. Minute 42. Tongue River can't stop it. Maslowski sacked. Ty Bennick.
So nice being a defensive lineman, defensive end in this situation where you just put your ears back and go get the quarterback.
That's your only job at this point because you know what's coming. 4th down and 16. The last gasp for the Eagles. Maslowski fires far side. It is incomplete. And Stoll on the coverage. And we got a flag.
I think a late hit on the personal foul on the quarterback. It's
going to be a late hit.
Yep.
Boy, I don't know. I saw Maslowski going backwards as he released the ball, so I don't know if it was a helmet-to-helmet kind of thing. But they're going to march it off. And another big one here against the Blazers. How about 115 yards and penalties tonight? I'm going to have to go through that again. Can't hardly believe that. So a fresh 4 for the Eagles. Still some life left, but it's under a minute to play now. Maslowski to throw. Runs away from it. Hit hard from behind. Down he goes. And that
Landry,
was Andrew Hafner.
Oh.
And I mean, he had some jets coming from the backfield.
Yes, he did.
Maslowski didn't see him. Only picked up 4, 2nd and 6. Quick hitter near side. Hanf cuts it in. Hanf down at the 35-yard line. There's only 16 seconds left. The clock stops for some reason. Oh, they got to move the yard markers. Well, this is going to be a happy group of fans coming out of here. 1st and 10. The last play of the ball game, quite possibly. Maslowski fires. It's caught. Hanf again. Nope. This one was Cummings. Into Blazer territory at the 45-yard line. Clock will start once the officials get it set. There's 6 seconds left. Hanf spikes it, or check it. Maslowski spikes it to stop the clock with 4.9 left, and that will give Russell Steinmetz a chance to get his defense a breather here and prevent the impossible from happening. 4.9 seconds left. Still, the Blazers up 2 scores on the Eagles. It's Torrington 21 and Tongue River 7. I told you I was going to have some scores. And I will, and I'm going to pick them. How about that? Sheridan 23, Cheyenne East 21 at halftime.
Wow.
So lots to be decided there. Campbell County blanking cross-rival Thunder Basin right now. 21-0. Big scores there. Powell and Star Valley in a tussle tonight. Star Valley in Class 3A survives Powell 24-21. I won't take any more at Tim Hurst Thunder. How about that? We'll just leave it at that. Let him go through everything at 10:05 tonight. Got to turn your dials over to 98.3 or listen on KGOS.KERM.com. How about one final play for a big victory for the Torrington Trailblazers? Maslowski back to throw. Fires caught over the middle. Down goes Kilbride, and there's zeros on the clock, and the Blazers are celebrating. Torrington has sprung the upset here at Wiseman Field. Your final score, it's the Blazers 21, Tongue River Eagles 7. Much to come on this post-game show. We'll run through stats and talk to a very happy head coach. All coming up shortly. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back to run through everything for you.
Our producers know that running a successful operation these days requires having reliable service and quality products. That's why you know you can trust the knowledgeable people at Westco to provide you sound agronomic advice, aerial application, bulk fuel, lubricants, propane, tires, and other essentials to keep your operation running smoothly. Our priority is helping you succeed. Call or visit your nearest Westco location today. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
Whether you need your garage door replaced or repaired, you can have peace of mind knowing that the job will be done right by Kevin and the other professionals at Wheatland Garage Door. Serving Eastern Wyoming for the past 7 years with over 20 years of experience, you'll get quality workmanship, warranties for new installs, and always free estimates. For residential, commercial, and industrial doors, go to wheatlandgaragedoor.com or call them today at 307-322-2200.
Do you need a taxidermist this hunting season? 157 Skullworks is your new local taxidermist in Goshen County. 157 Skullworks specializes in skull mounts for all game animals. 157 Skullworks will never boil your skulls, instead using other techniques to create the highest quality mounts at affordable prices. 157 Skullworks will pick up and drop off trophies anywhere in Goshen County. Go to 157skullworks.com to make your trophy last a lifetime.
This is Wade Brew, Market President with Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank has been serving the lending needs of farmers, ranchers, and commercial business owners of the Wyobraska area, where we've called home for over 100 years. Let us put our resources to work for you with local decision-making from a family-owned bank. Give us a call or visit us at www.wypinnbank.com. Pinnacle Bank, Torrington, and Mitchell, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
End of the game wrap-up is brought to you by number 34. The importance of mental health has never been more prevalent, especially when it comes to the youth in our area. This gentleman to my left here, Shad and the crew at number 34, have been serving our area for 15 years, and they are currently looking for a family care coordinator and a family support partner. So call 532-0134 to learn more about employment opportunities. Number 34 bringing you end of the game stats. Happy stats tonight for the homestanding Torrington Trailblazers as they spring the upset over the number 2 Tongue River Eagles to stay momentarily tied for second in the conference with a tiebreaker now over those Eagles. Still behind undefeated Tongue River depending on what happens, or undefeated Bighorn depending on what happens in Wheatland tonight. Here's how the scoring went. First quarter, minute 28 left. The Blazers score first as Hager goes in from 7 yards out. Hackett's kick was good. It was a defensive stronghold after that, and the Blazers enter the locker room down 7-0. Third quarter, and just about near disaster for the Blazers. A high snap on a punt in their own end as they come out of the locker room, going 3 and out, and the punt covered at the 1 yard line, and very easy work there for one of the top running backs in the state. That's Alex Barker, as he goes in from 1 yard out to tie this game at 7 apiece. And then the throw and the catch, I believe on the very next drive, as a 46-yard pitch and catch from Bryce Hager to Grayson Shields. And that gave Torrington the lead back, and they didn't look back after that. Another score in the fourth quarter. A great run, 16-yarder by Caden Riggs. Holden Hackett's kick was good, and the Blazers hung on after that. That made it 21-7. That was our final score. Torrington finishes the game with 13 first downs. Tongue River with 2. Both teams, lots of penalties tonight. Big penalties that chewed up a lot of yards. The Blazers flagged 10 times for 115 yards in this one. Tongue River flagged 10 times for 95 yards in this one. Story of the game, though, turnovers. The Blazers with an interception. Tongue River with 4 turnovers in this one, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. And more on individual stats here with Shad. I'll let you fly through some things before we talk to Coach.
Just real quick, I want to point out that the Blazers held, I believe I have the Blazers held Tongue River to 15 yards rushing in the second half, and Barker to 2. And that was the touchdown run. I gave him 2, you gave him 1. Blazers led on the ground by Hager with 76 yards. Riggs had 70 yards. 144 yards passing, 150 yards on the ground, so about almost 300 yards total offense. I had them at 227 for Tongue River.
Awesome, and we are joined by head coach. We'll just turn that off, you betcha. Shad, actually, why don't you throw that headset back on? You can talk to Coach as well. He's very used to holding the old stick microphone here, and I'm sure this is one that he wants to talk about. We talked about before the game, if you could continue to play it clean and bring everything together, that you'd have a chance in this one. You did it. Congratulations. Your thoughts on a tremendous victory over the number 2 team in the state?
No, I thought that when we brought it all together was the second half. The first half was not all that clean. Kind of ugly, not getting stalled out a lot on offense, not being able to move the ball really. But in the second half, things kind of flipped, had a little bit more momentum our side at times, and we were able to get it done.
I know Shad wants to save a question here about the running game. I'm just going to talk to you about the flow of the game here for a little bit. You come out of the locker room. This is a tough time for your football team for some reason. Coming out of the locker room, you come out, you go 3 and out, kind of in an uninspired type of way, and then the problems with the punt, and then they take it in. How does your mindset not go to, oh no, it's Bighorn all over again?
Yeah, exactly. We got on opening kickoff second half, we had a holding penalty, backs us up even closer to the end zone, and then we do nothing for 3 plays, and then our snap was not great to our punter, or we missed the punt or missed the snap, and we hand it to them on the real short yardage. They get in, and at the time I was like, why are we not just kicking it out of the back of the end zone and taking the safety? And instead of giving them 7 points on the 1, we just give them 2 and then let our defense have some field behind them to try and work. But that's how it goes, and it worked out for us tonight, though.
It worked out because your very next drive, you got the ball back, seeing one of the best pitch and catches that we've seen all season long. Bryce sets his feet, knows right where he's going with it, threads the needle to Grayson Shields. Tongue River goes for the interception. There's nothing but green in front of Grayson after that. What a huge score that was to retake control of the game.
Yeah, that was huge. We we saw that the middle of the field was open at times, especially with some play action. Safety will go toward the play action. So we were hoping Grayson would be able to come up with that ball, and it was a perfect throw and perfect catch. And then, sealing it a drive later with Riggs. I mean, we had a long drive all the way down the field, and then Riggs caps it off with a run out to our sideline, down the sideline. So, no, it was team effort. Like, that's what I talked to the team at the end of the game. Like, this was not one individual. This was a team effort. It was offense, it was defense, and it was special teams getting it done tonight.
I know you want to talk about the big boys up front and the ground and pound.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Second half, huh? They controlled the line. And I think sometimes that there's you pass to run, or sometimes you run to pass. And I think the second drive of the second half set up the running for the rest of the game. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Go and talk. One of the times I'm like, senior linemen, I need you guys. We need to be able to run the ball behind you guys wherever you're at. Let's get this done. And they stepped up and got it done for us tonight. So, no, and then when you start running the ball, it opens up some quick passes like we had to Grayson for that tug there.
Yeah.
Down to 3 games left in the regular season, Russell, right in the thick of the playoff race now. Still a possibility at winning the conference. You're going to need some help from somebody else to come up with an upset victory over Bighorn, in order to do something like that. But certainly looking much better than the position that you were in a year ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think we got out healthy. We're way healthier than we were last year also at this time. So, no, I'm just excited for these boys and ready to go take it to the Herders next Friday.
Okay, sounds good. I will let you go rejoin the team and your family and your fans down there. They're still waiting for you. Appreciate you coming up. Congratulations on a big victory.
Thank you, guys.
That is head coach Russell Steinmetz of the victorious Torrington Trailblazers after his team come up with a big upset tonight as they defeat the number 2 team in the state, Tongue River Eagles, 21-7. Any final thoughts, fellas?
I can
You're
tell
just all speechless.
I can tell you that offensive line and defensive effort by the Blazers was amazing. I mean, they created a lot of those penalties that Tongue River got, the false starts. And then, what was it, 4 or 5 turnovers? That's 5.
Yeah, that's a big story of the game there.
That's a big number.
As many chances as the Eagles gave the Blazers tonight.
Defense definitely showing a lot of heart. Same with the offensive line. Like you said, Shad, just an amazing game for the Blazers. Way to take down a big upset on a number 2 team in the state.
Keeps them right in the conference race, fellas, and they will need that experience from tonight. Always tough to play on the road, and they will hit the road for 2 straight weeks here with big road trips coming up at Glen Rock and at Upton Sundance. We'll send out our thanks here on the game. Big thanks over to Chris. He had multitasking to do here tonight, running the camera for our YouTube telecast. Big thanks to him. Shad for stepping in here at Color and Stats. Here kind of a last couple of day deal, so appreciate him changing around his plans for that. And want to also send our thanks to John Gunn, engineering back at the studios, Cinch Country, KGOS. Always appreciate his efforts. Stay tuned here, folks. We'll give you a little bit of a break, and then flip your dials over to 98.3 Kerm FM for Tim Hurst in the high school football scoreboard show. I will be heading back out to the studios here, dropping off some equipment and doing some things and getting to say howdy to the guys here tonight. But he'll run through this score and all of the scores coming up on that high school football scoreboard show, 10:05 tonight. So that will do it from a very happy Wiseman Field as the Blazers get their 3rd win of the year, and they will stay in the thick of the conference race in Class 2A East with a big 21-7 victory over the Tongue River Eagles. Thanks for listening tonight, everybody. Don't forget to join us next week. Back to a regular start at 7 o'clock with a 6:30 pregame show from Glen Rock High School. Grant Jones saying good night from Wiseman Field. Have yourselves a great Wyoming weekend, everyone.